Feels like just yesterday since we started,
It's crazy.
isn't it? It's nuts.
Insanity.
14 is a little over 3 months of episodes.
We're actually 2 days ago was, I think, 4 months
4 months in.
since we started because our first short dropped on March 13th.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So-
All right, well, besides the shorts, for episodes only, strictly episodes.
Yeah, so
Episodes-
episode 14.
What do we
Was
think?
April 11th, I want to say, was when we started.
So that's 3.
Whatever that Tuesday was, that second Thursday in April was our first episode.
Okay.
Right when the season ended.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
It came out, I think, the day of the last play-in game.
Do you think this has gone fast these past 3-4 months? Has it gone fast for you, or has it gone
It's
slow, or just
no?
normal?
It goes by fast.
I think
Fast.
some weeks are fast, some weeks are slow.
Oh,
It goes
definitely.
by-
I don't know if
Good
that
answer.
makes sense.
Good answer.
It's like some weeks feel like forever.
Yeah.
Some just fly right by.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, so if we're putting like numbers together, we're almost at 1,600 subs. So by the end of the year, we should be close to 4K.
I think more than that.
You think more?
I'm actually
than
gonna
that?
while we kind of just settle ourselves in. I'm gonna check our social blade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
check
if you guys
that.
want to go check out our Social Blade, link will be down in the description. Basically, for those that don't know, Social Blade is essentially a platform where you can track projections for any
cool.
account and stats. So, YouTube channels or Instagrams, TikToks, Twitter, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty. Cool.
And, you get put with like a grade. So, someone like Mr. Beast gets like an A++ for what he does and stuff like that. PewDiePie,
Right.
I think, also is like an A+ or something like that.
Also, when we get the new studio, they make a clock that shows you your live subscriber count.
Oh, that's
Yes.
pretty
I
cool.
wanna-
We're gonna put that right in
On-
our shot in the new studio.
That's
once we get
dope.
an
Oh,
apartment.
On the tidbit, bro. Oh, it's gonna
Yeah,
be so
we could
sick.
put it either like in the front table, or we could like just let it like rotate through like our logo,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
some other things.
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's
that'll be easy way to see it, so we don't look at our phones.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
But
like
we'll presumably probably get a new space
Yeah.
within the next year or two. I
Year.
don't expect it anytime soon.
Really?
We'll be in this setup for a while.
Yeah,
So
You thinking about doing that, Anthony?
yeah. You moving out with me?
We out. We out.
Just are you gonna come too, or just me and him?
I don't know. I think I kind of just want to save my money.
Yeah,
and
I
not
think
have to
so
pay
too.
rent.
We'll see.
Is it me and you then?
It might be, but I gotta figure things out.
No, I'm gonna say end of 2025. That's my goal.
That's realistic.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
realistic.
year
Yeah.
before summer 2026.
If I'm financially comfortable, I'll consider it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I probably will just stay at home still.
We
until
need rent to
Yeah.
go
I
down a
need
little
to.
bit.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
We need
But essentially, back to Social Blade. When me and Kev first started doing like YouTube and stuff like that, if any of you guys want to go see it, I can put the link in the description. It's kind of just like random gaming videos or any just like generic videos. I mean, I was given a C and Kev was given a
Nice.
C minus.
that. Oh wow.
To start, we've already gotten a B minus on Social Blade. So
For
we're
real?
off to a good start. Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
We're according to on the Social Blade rank, we're in the top 615K.
Okay.
On subscribers, we're in the top 17.5K.
Cool.
Okay.
Video views were in like 3 millionth. And in our country, we're in just over 8,000th place.
Okay.
So I love how it says that it estimated yearly earnings anywhere from 1.1K to 17.6K, and we haven't made a dime off of anything.
We haven't made anything yet.
I think that's hilarious. the way
We
they
gotta
do
figure a
things.
couple things out.
We
though.
do. However, one thing we did not check beforehand, July 6th, the day of the rehearsal dinner, was our best performing day so far.
Really?
We had 25,000 views total on the channel in that span, and we had 40 subscribers gained.
Wow.
Wow.
Just insane.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty
that day
cool.
we did get a lot of subs.
That was a good day all
It
around.
was a very good day. So looking at our future projections, in the last 30 days, we've gained 430 subs. And, all you lovely people we're so grateful for. We thank you guys so much for
That's why I shaved my head.
Yes.
It's gone.
It's
Wait,
gone.
the past-
Waves.
So-
It's time for waves,
So
gentlemen.
we've got 1,000 in a month. What
Just
is
under
like
half a
this?
thousand. Yeah. Oh, D&D, sir.
Sorry.
Bro, just disconnect your messages from your laptop. You can't even see half of the screen.
Nah. Okay. Yeah,
is-
stop roasting my laptop.
That is crazy behavior.
I didn't appreciate that one, bro.
But
I
essentially,
love Gio's laptop.
you're asking about for the end of the year, right?
Yeah, what's the
So
December? By
the-
Christmas.
The next projection it gives us is January 15th, and it projects us at 36,000 subs. Now, I think that's very unrealistic, but
You know, it would be a beautiful birthday. I mean, not birthday.
Who's to say that that's not gonna happen?
We
That's
need.
what I'm saying.
Listen, A beautiful Christmas and New Year's gift is a first like sponsorship type of thing
That would be cool.
by the end of the year.
If any companies want to sponsor us,
Anything.
let us know.
Anything small. Doesn't have
We'd
to
love
be
to.
big.
Our email is now in the description below
Yes.
for you guys to
It's
go.
right there.
You can
reach
message us
out
on
and everything like
Instagram.
that. So
You
message
could
us
message
anywhere.
us anywhere. You
Do
have
you check
our
the
stuff.
email?
Yeah, I do. We
Okay,
did
good.
everything.
I have the email too.
Okay, good,
I
good,
got
good,
it.
good.
I got everything.
You guys are responsible.
Yeah, you need to lock in a little bit more with the
Yeah, I
emails,
do.
sir.
I do.
We don't get a lot of emails,
You'd
but
be
I get
slacking.
And I'd be
notifications.
slacking just a little bit. But
Yeah. I would
getting
like
there.
realistically, if we want to set like a realistic goal subs wise before the end of the year, what we saying?
realistically, I'm gonna say
I'd
like
say just under 4K.
nah. I'm gonna say like 6K.
What? So you're expecting probably 3 or 4 shorts to blow up incrementally
Brother.
By the end,
past
of,
a million.
I am expecting that.
Social Blade is projecting us by the end of November to hit 5K.
Okay.
Wow.
So I think if we can hit 5K by the end of the year, I think that's a realistic goal for us to hit.
I agree.
That's in less than. It's a little more than half a year because we started in March, April. So that's
Well, 2024 is now halfway over.
correct.
Yeah.
So the second half of the year, if we've already gained that much, we have to do obviously a lot more, but I think
Yeah.
it's doable. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
And
come on. Let's stay
I think-
committed. To
I
the
think we'll
grind.
do this when we hit 5,000 subs. Should we make a Discord server? Or should
Okay.
we wait for 10K for that?
Yeah, we should ask the people. See
We
what
should
they
ask-
think.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Also, I see just a lot. I follow a lot of pods. I don't know how everybody in our following feels about paying for exclusive content on Patreon, because I follow podcasts that are on Patreon and I have to pay for them. Unfortunately.
Oh, you do that. You do the paid.
How big are
Okay.
those? How big are those pods?
Well, they're both serial podcasts.
Okay, so I think any sort of payment down the line, I think
They're not
could
major
be-
ones.
Yeah, I think the most we would do is if we start streaming on either YouTube or Twitch, we can have
Yeah.
channel memberships or channel
That's cool.
subscriptions, stuff like that.
Yeah. When I say paid, don't think of OnlyFans. Just Patreon.
You didn't have
If
to say
there's-
that.
You didn't
bro.
have to. You didn't have to
Well,
name
I
that.
have to in our generation.
You might have to
You
because
know what?
he's
You're
been,
right.
He's been
You do
talking
have
about
to.
your feet for 6 months now.
If you want, no.
Yeah, just don't say. Just don't say anything.
We're not putting our bodies on OnlyFans.
No.
But one thing Anthony is going to be doing is letting his beard grow out.
Does
And
any-
we are, because I don't think he's had it cleanly shaved for like the past 5 years.
I've been clean shaven I just how it's been. I grew out my beard and mustache early freshman year.
Yeah, so it's been too long.
There are some pictures with me with facial hair, and it looked good. But back in freshman year, it did not connect into a full
Exactly.
beard.
So look.
Now
Anthony.
I have a full facial hair from here down to like my mid neck.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
there. It's loud and clear. It's right there.
Loud-
Now you just gotta
Loud
let
and
it. You just let it go.
All right.
Let it flow.
Okay. So look, when we reach 2K subs, Anthony is announcing that he will be letting his beard grow, and that is official, right?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. No. It's not. We'll see.
It's got to be a yes. You have a choice. You could either let your beard grow out or you could do the really cold ice bath.
I'll do both.
Beautiful.
The ice bath he has to do, but if he doesn't like the beard, he can shave it off.
Yeah, you can shave it off, but
If
it doesn't have to be like super long.
if it gets really itchy and I'm sweating, because that's what usually happens, then I have to shave it off.
By that
Yeah.
point, yeah, you're right.
But
But look, you don't have to have like a James Harden
No,
beard. You
I
can
could
just be
do-
trim.
yeah.
It'd be like Tyler's or lower. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
eh,
It'll be chill.
we'll see.
I
It'll be
definitely
nice.
have the best beard in the pod right now.
Oh, bro, easy. He doesn't have one. I have.
I have
Russell Westbrook's facial hair, so it's
I am 5 o'clock shadow to just stubble.
yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Literally what it is.
But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? After a long-awaited intro, welcome to episode number 14 of the Floor Spacer podcast. Tyler Schwartz, Anthony Cavino, and Giovanni Squiteri coming at you from the studio on another Thursday, even though we're recording this on a Monday.
Not Thursday.
Well, it'll go out on Thursday.
Not Wednesday.
No, because we uploaded last week's on Friday.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to go back to Thursday because I got to upload the 3 segments. So we have a segment
Yeah,
going out
fair.
today at the time of recording. Wednesday will be the 3rd segment. Hopefully next week we can start getting back on track to Wednesday uploads just to make it a little bit easier
For sure.
and stuff like that.
Fair.
But yeah, real quick, lads, how we doing today?
Oh, we're good.
It
We're
is
good.
a.
We're ready to talk
I'm
basketball. I
looking
don't
at
know.
something real quick. I'm sorry.
You good?
It's good. It's getting less hot.
Yeah, even though
Because-
it's hotter outside.
Yeah, because I'm a guy that usually loves to be outside during summertime and playing basketball. I don't want to go outside and melt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Usually, before we guys start filming, we usually shoot around a little bit, and we have not done that in like 2 or 3
It's
weeks.
just been too hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
no, we're doing well. It's
I
a
don't want to
Monday.
exert my energy before recording.
Sometimes it wakes me up though.
It tires me out, oddly.
We got to get you the hose.
Yeah.
The
The hose
hose.
works.
Yeah, but no, it's another weird thing. It's almost August, and it's summer's almost over.
That's insane.
Nuts.
2024. We're more than halfway through.
Yeah, I
nuts.
feel like I didn't really go to the I went to the beach a few times, but I didn't really do anything summery this year.
I didn't go to the beach once yet.
Yeah, I didn't do
I don't
anything
have to go.
summery.
I'm not really a big beach guy.
Yeah, he's not a big beach
Well,
guy.
we're gonna have to change that.
Yeah, he doesn't like sand.
I'll go to the beach.
He'll go. He'll just
I
sit
just
there.
prefer just not going to the beach.
Telling you, when
Yeah.
you go to the beach and you come back home, you feel so much better.
Well, you have to take a shower first.
Of course.
Yeah.
Then you feel better.
Yeah.
Pools over beaches any days.
Yeah. No.
We can
me.
we can jump in my neighbor's pool.
For real?
Content.
For real?
If we
Content.
just hop over the fence and just jump in the pool, she
I'm
wouldn't
so
care.
down.
She wouldn't care.
I'm
That's-
down like
That's like the least problematic neighbor I've ever heard of. in
Yeah.
my
No,
life.
my neighbors,
crazy.
they've lived here my entire life since I
right here.
next door. Yeah. Roberta is Roberta and Doris, their mother and daughter. So Doris is in her early 90s.
Oh wow.
She lives there. Her daughter Roberta lives with her. She's like in her 60s. They have a pool in the back. It's always been there.
Oh wow.
It's in-ground pool too, which I love because I love in-ground
Oh, yeah,
pools.
yeah,
They have
That's
a
fine.
they have a diving board too, but I don't know if it works.
If any of you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,600, trying to get to 2K, and so on and so forth. Keep this thing growing. If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure you drop a like, comment. We read all the comments. We interact with them. Mostly all the nice comments, which we are very appreciative of. Because we don't like showing attention
I
to
don't
haters.
I don't interact with
Sometimes I show attention.
I don't
but
interact with my terrible draft comments. Sometimes I do.
So basically, that's just any comment.
It's any
essentially.
comment, yes.
But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we upload, which is every single day. Be sure to drop us a follow and a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to follow us on all our socials, the pod one, including our personal ones. Make sure you get Gio to 1 million followers on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah,
bro.
the guy, people that are following the
You don't miss 1 week.
The people that are following the Insta, can you just please look in the bio? All our Instas are there. Just click on it. It's literally 2 tabs and just follow us. Get our follower count up high.
Yeah,
You know, you follow the pod. It's in the bio.
exactly.
I'm
yeah.
not like trying to pay for followers, but just it's
You
there.
know,
Hey, that
It's
is
there.
wild.
It's
We-
there.
Paying for fun.
We do not
It's there.
condone that.
It's there.
I'm
We
dead.
do not
Just
condone that.
shameless plug. It's in the bio.
Shame-
Look,
Shameless
it's
plug.
just a simple reminder, you know.
Yeah. Just be
Yeah,
sure to
that's all it
just
is.
go get Gio to become Twitter famous, and I think we'll take it. But this has been a very long intro. Before we dive right in, though, I'll just give you guys a little rundown of what's on today's agenda. We got a couple things to talk about. Jalen Brunson signed a big contract. The NBA in-season tournament groups have been revealed. We'll talk Summer League, obviously, the stars, the standouts, any interesting stories along that lines. We also have preview of the Olympics, including something that Gio wants to ask us, a very important question. And then it's my turn for shower thoughts this week. I low-key forgot what my question was going to be, but it'll come back to me, so we'll be good.
Okay.
And yeah, if anything else happens, we'll include it. But lads, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, into the first segment. We're starting off big. This is very unprecedented times in the NBA. Not something we usually see players take pay cuts every now and then.
Yeah.
But none of this sort of level. So we go over to the Garden. Jalen Brunson, after having probably his best season of his career, has agreed on a 4-year, $157 million contract to remain in New York. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, well, this is kind of expected. No. However, Brunson is on a very cheap deal right now. Easily could have opted out at the end of next season and signed a massive contract. However, he left $113 million on the table to remain in New York and sign a much cheaper extension to give the Knicks more flexibility moving forward after just mortgaging their entire future on Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. I guess we'll go over to Antoine first because he is a fake Knicks fan, according to Gio. So
Why am I the fake Knicks?
You
He-
are a
he-
fake Knicks.
No, I'm not.
prove to him why he's a fake Knicks
Literally
fan
been
right now.
watching since like before the Mellow days.
You did?
A little bit.
Okay,
I watched
that
more when
helps
Melo
with your
came over.
case of being a Knicks fan.
I watched
All right.
more when Melo came over because I told you about the whole Melo.
You're just a Melo fan at heart.
He's just a Melo fan, yeah.
He says, yeah.
Yeah.
So if
But with this, I will say Jalen Brunson surpasses Melo as the best Knick of all time.
Wow.
I mean, I think that's true because
I would highly disagree.
Melo would not have taken a pay cut like this.
Okay. Okay.
That's just, but that has nothing to do with their play on the court.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but this, all I have to say is build the statue for Jalen Brunson, and I will help them build that statue.
3 more years in New York, 3 more good years in New York, and let's do it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
It's way too soon right now.
Yeah. yeah.
I saw this coming. Ian Begley and Fred Katz were always talking about it on Twitter. They were kind of on top of it. They're like, he's gonna. And then I even saw when midnight struck. What was it? 3 days ago. They're like, it's Jalen Brunson extension day. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's gonna sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, obviously he took this deal. He can recoup all of that $113 million once this new deal finishes, because the Knicks will be in a much easier cap flexibility space by 2028, 2029, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know 5 years down the line what happens. But yeah, it's this just, he wasn't leaving. He's staying there.
Mm-hmm.
He loves the fans. The fans love him. His father's there.
Mm-hmm.
He wants New York, the spotlight, and he didn't have that in Dallas. Unfortunately, he could have with Luka if he stayed and they played him correctly. But yeah,
They did play him correctly.
I don't think
correctly after he had the breakout season and then a little before.
No, they did play him correctly. It's
Yeah.
just you don't want to play 2 on-ball guards together. That's why Dinwiddie started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the only reason they just let him walk because they didn't want to pay him. They
Right.
used
Yeah.
him. They used him
Right.
perfectly. I
They
think in
did.
Dallas, in my
They
opinion.
knew how
He was
good
a
he
sixth
was.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was his role at the time.
Yeah, well,
Obviously,
now it's a little
because
different.
he's broken out. But I wouldn't say like the way the Knicks used Obi Toppin was improper.
Yes.
Yes.
I am very on board with that.
Yeah,
That's not a doubt.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, he did lose 9-figure money, which is substantial for him. But I think he's more about the team and winning and helping out. Of course, his father with his job there with Tibbs and all of them. He's betting on the team more than himself and kind of being the unselfish one here, which shows a lot about his character and how he feels about himself, knowing he's already made a little over $100 million on this deal.
Yeah.
He's going to make a little more than, I think, 50 mil on the next one.
Right.
And by 5 years from now, he could recoup that $113 million, hopefully. That's what he's
I don't know.
hoping.
I don't know, man.
I don't
That's what
think he
he's
can really get
hoping.
that back.
This is a big risk. He took a risk.
Yeah. But
How- wait.
he's still getting a nice payday, regardless.
Obviously, yeah.
How much money did he forfeit himself?
115 or
113
113 somewhere around there.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Even if they win one championship, I don't think one championship is worth that much money.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it is.
This is more about
Especially if you're like your number one option on the team.
Right.
I think with this, Jalen is setting a standard about with the relationship with players and agents and their teams, and he's putting the money aside and just focusing on basketball.
Yeah.
I think you've essentially contradicted yourself in the sense that all the Knicks agents are Leon Rose's son or has something to do with Leon Rose and the Rose family.
Well,
This was-
Jalen Brunson's agent's not.
But he still works in the same agency.
Correct.
This is all a nepotism-based team. He literally got on the team through nepotism.
Yeah.
So this is a very rare situation. You're never going to see anyone outside of this situation take a pay cut like that because of the connections.
Yeah. I agree.
And I do think the Knicks are the kind of team that would give him the money under the table anyways.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So,
Well, think about it. He's getting a whole lot of money from other different,
right, yeah.
different sources of income.
He low-key could have put that $113 million into another fund or something for himself to benefit that
Yeah.
he's not getting through the NBA.
I don't think it's worth it. He's already getting millions and millions of dollars, right? But what's more important when you die, right? When you pass away, all that money that you made, it's not yours anymore.
Exactly.
So I think he's trying to leave a legacy. Legacy is what's going to last rather than the money.
You don't want to
So
leave the money for your
when-
family?
You could do that, but like I said before, he already has
Right.
millions and millions. I think building a name for yourself and your family is of more value than the money itself.
I think what I like the most about this for Brunson specifically, do you realize how much pressure this takes off of him? The fact that he's not the highest paid player on the team, and the fact that if the Knicks fail in the next however many years, it won't be Brunson's fault.
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
As a Knicks fan, I will always look to that and Randall. I don't think I'm putting anything on OG Anunoby right now currently until he's healthy.
But that's the problem. You gave him $42 million a year.
Yes.
He can't stay healthy. That's on him.
Well, we're banking on whatever his doctors told us or whatever they got from after the arm surgery to now that last game that he played in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
Mikal, we'll see what they'll give him.
He's probably going to take a little bit less, too.
Randall could still get moved. We know that's a possibility to free up cap.
Yep.
That could be the easiest one to move.
You can't even free up cap. Remember, you're over the first apron right now, so you have to trade like for like during the season. The only way you would be able to is if you trade Randall to a team with cap, and there's not that many that would want to take on Randall's contract. It'll basically just be acquire him and just waive him.
Yeah, I like I said, right now they're focused on the now. The trade to send away their picks, they just said they're out the future for now. Keep what we have. And I think that's the mentality because they're not looking to win in the future down the line. They want to win right now because of what they have. That's what the whole goal is.
I just don't know if that team's good enough.
I think they really proved it to you that the Knicks front office, they genuinely think they can win right now with what they have. Because if they didn't think they could win, they can still bring in all the people, buy tickets and go to the game what they have already. But
you want to know why they think they could win? Because they took Indiana to 7 games without 3 of the best players.
Right.
So they're saying
they're
saying with these 3 players coming back, including Mikal added to that, they could easily get to the conference finals and give Boston a run for their money when they are fully healthy. That's when there's no setbacks for anybody. There's no limitations. There's no minute restrictions. When they're fully healthy like Boston was, head-to-head, this can go a 7-game series, hopefully, to the finals, and you just see what happens.
I just love they're literally the 2020s version of us, essentially, or like the mid 2020s, because we both of us mortgaged.
Oh, the Nets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both the Knicks and Nets mortgaged their entire future for a guy that's not playing at his best anymore. Obviously, we traded all our picks for Harden. We got 2 months of good basketball, and then he got hurt, and then he wanted to leave and stuff like that. We're both paying an injury-prone player $40 million.
But the money that they're giving these guys, they're banking on health.
Right,
and that's a major thing.
That's the problem. Literally, we're trying to warn you. We went through this exact same experience.
But with Mikal, we're banking on him probably increasing his points per game by at least 10 points this year when healthy.
Okay, but we expected the same thing.
So you expect 29 points a game from Mikal?
Just under a little bit more.
We expected 20 out of Mikal and couldn't even give us 15.
No, he got you 19 points a game.
For some spurts, but Mikal Bridges, for the most part, offensively last season was not good.
For scoring the options, it's Jalen Brunson first, Randall second, Mikal third.
I agree.
That's how it goes right now.
Yeah. Because Randall really should, in all honesty, be your first scoring option because he's bigger. Brunson,
it's always going to be
Brunson's height limits him. He has to take those. That's why he foul baits.
Yeah.
He can't take those shots because he's too small. They're going to get blocked.
I think that's something he needs to work on.
I think Randall, when it comes to the playoffs, he's going to help out big time.
Randall needs to step up in the playoffs.
If he steps up in the playoffs, the Knicks can possibly do it.
They could, but keep in mind, like you said, they took Indiana to 7 games. Philly almost took you to 7 games with all the injuries they had and with the refs completely on your side for the entire series. So that's why I worry, because I warned him a few years ago after, I think it was when you played the Hawks. What year was that? 2021. Randall overachieved, and I knew they were going to overpay him. As soon as the Knicks overachieved by winning that first-round series, I knew they were going to do something ballsy. I didn't expect that.
You think they overachieved that?
I think they overachieved, yeah. Keep in mind.
With the 21 team?
No, I'm talking about
pretty good.
This year. This year, the East was not good. Literally, if the Knicks were placed in the West with their record, they'd be the 7th seed.
Oh, you're saying regular season.
But we're not. But we're not playing in the West. We're playing in the East.
I understand that, but the East is really bad. You were closer in games to the 9 seed than the Celtics.
Yeah.
Well, this year, the East got incrementally a little better.
It got better, but there's still almost double the amount of All-Stars in the West.
Well, that's not our fault.
I understand it's not your fault, but it almost gives you false hope.
It does. But they're banking on. I think the reason why they're doing this right now is because like you just said, the West is so stacked. They want to win in the East before the East gets to that stacked capability in the West.
Yeah.
And that's that window right now. What the only, I guess, outlier is Boston. You're banking on Philly. Hopefully, Paul George and Embiid mesh. Orlando, you got them on the uprising. You have Indy on the uprising. They're seeing the uprisings of these guys, and they're like, all right, we can't rebuild. If we rebuild, we're setting ourselves another 5 years back
Yeah.
with how these guys are building up right now.
Right.
So they're going with family, chemistry, which we've never seen before with our team, especially. I don't think we've seen a starting lineup of all guys that went to the same school that played on the same team for
the same
championship,
team,
multiple reasons. I don't think we've seen that.
We've
ever.
seen duos. Like I know Fox
Yeah.
and Monk played together
Yeah,
at
but
Kentucky.
we haven't seen a whole starting five. Just
Starting
if
four or
if we brought in Jay Wright as the head coach, we have the whole team, or as an assistant, we have the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just banking on what they have now, and if it fails, then Leon Rose is out the door. That's what it goes up to.
I wouldn't say he's out the door. I would say he would just need to figure out. He would just need to do what Sean Marks did. Just kind of find your way through the jungle. If you can get good returns back on certain guys, because right now I think Brunson's the only one that gets you a good return.
Yeah, I also do think after this 4 years that Tibbs is going to get, it's going to be his last, and they're going to look for a new guy.
Might be.
Oh, wow.
It probably will. Knowing the Knicks, it would be Jay Wright.
Yeah, I don't know if Tibbs, after this new contract he gets, which is going to probably be 4 years, they have to pay Tibbs as well, don't forget. Because he has 1 more year left.
I don't think they're going to pay him until the offseason.
Yeah,
that's because if
what I
this
would
team
say.
flops in the playoffs, I think he's gone.
Yeah. And we also just lost our top assistant, Johnny Bryant, to the Cavs.
That's right. I did see that.
He's going to be the top assistant with Kenny A. And Johnny Bryant was a guy that always in head coaching interviews, was very well liked by a lot of people, and he was someone we knew was going to leave, but not for an associate head coach. We thought he'd get an actual head coaching job.
Right.
Now he's gone, so now you got to fill in that brilliant mind on the bench that helped Tibbs out with somebody that I'm sure Tibbs has somebody, but it's a big loss for their assistant coaching staff. We know Rick is still there.
Yeah.
But I want to see, like I said, the Knicks still need a center and some depth. Our rookies are looking somewhat okay so far in the first summer league game. We
Okay.
have to see. We
Yeah.
still have some roster filling out to do.
I think right now, I'd say at most 2 moves away.
I think one.
I think it really depends on who that one is.
I genuinely believe if they figured some way to get Hartenstein back without paying OG, the amount, it would have been the best team we've seen in years. But
I
now
don't-
with Mitch there, it's kind
I don't
of taken it down.
I don't even think Hartenstein would have been the move. I
agree.
I think you just need to get a center that's better than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
And
But-
essentially get a better power forward, because I don't think you can win with Randall as your first option.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, if you call up Utah and just straight up swap Randall and Larry Markkinen and just throw more picks and players in, that'd be great. But that's more picks that we're losing for down
If you
7 years.
If you seriously want to get a player from Danny Ainge right now, I'll tell you this right now. If you want Markkinen or Walker Kessler, you'll have to throw in Randall as salary, right? You'll have to throw in Deuce and one of Josh Hart or Dante DiVincenzo, along with all those picks from
Wow.
Detroit and the remaining 2 swaps you have that didn't go to us.
Yo.
yeah.
That's for Lowry Markkinen.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, because you just gave up 6 for Mikal Bridges. So that's going to be the starting point for Danny Ainge on anything. And it's not like you can sit up here and call Danny Ainge delusional, but keep in mind, he got all those picks from us from the Celtics trade. He got 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert, as well as Walker Kessler. And then he also got Larry Markkinen in the Donovan Mitchell trade. So I think he's probably proven himself to be probably one of the greatest. I said Grest, one of the greatest GMs of all time. So I think the Knicks
Yeah.
have to look elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, when trade deadline comes, which is
February.
next year, we'll see what the team's looking like at that current moment in time. Who's injured? We're hoping nobody, but what their needs are.
Right.
If it's bench depth,
be
if they trade for Alec Burks again.
It's going to be a lot of sellers at the deadline. I will say that. It's going to be a ton.
Yeah. Like I said, right now it's a waiting game until the season starts.
Yeah.
We're just going off of what's being done so far. There are still free agents out there to be signed, and there's still some trades that could get done, but
Yeah.
right now it's just kind of waiting like like every other team is.
Right, yeah.
Just getting up to training camp.
Well, we've been asking this question with every team that we've covered so far, so I'll ask y'all. Ceiling for the Knicks this season, as far as in the regular season standings in the Eastern Conference, and how far can they get in the playoffs?
I say top 3.
Give us a healthy and a not healthy option as well, because this team is very
true.
predicated on health.
If they're all healthy, top 3.
Okay.
If there's a couple injuries here and there throughout the season, 6, 7,
Yeah.
And then in terms of playoff, how deep they go in the playoffs, I would say they go conference finals. Yeah.
Okay. He's looking optimistic.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we fall to play-in, though. I think we'll fall right above the play-in, which is the
Right.
5th seed.
If they're injured.
6 seed is
Correct.
the top, is right above
Oh,
the play.
6 seed,
Yeah,
yes.
the 7-8 play.
Yes.
Yeah, I think top 3, just knowing how bad the East is, I think they could easily get like another 2 or 3
I think
seed.
the 1 and 2 teams are Boston, Milwaukee, and then it's going to be a
No,
pretty.
definitely not Milwaukee. I think either Philly or Indy are the only 2 teams I
Yeah.
think that are close to Boston in terms
Yeah.
of that. Because Milwaukee, what else have they made besides they've lost?
Yeah,
lost a
but
bunch of role
Giannis
players.
and Dame are there.
This is their second year. That's going to be interesting.
You're also looking at another team though that's predicated on health. Massive risks if Giannis goes down again.
Yeah, but we're also banking Indy with Hallie's health. What if
Right. Well, Hallie
Hassel
got
goes
hurt
on?
from a freak accident, so you can't really
Yeah.
call him an injury-prone player.
I don't think we can include Philly just because of Embiid's health
Right.
yet, and PG being there. We don't know what's
You
going to
have
happen.
no
No,
clue
we can
how-
include Philly.
You
I
can
know.
include them, but
no,
we're not
but
sure.
I think I'm confident putting Orlando higher than Philly.
No way.
Yes,
I'm not gonna
very
lie.
confident.
I'd make more of an argument you can put Orlando above New York.
you could put Orlando above New York. That's fine.
But
I see that
yeah.
easily.
But I do think the Knicks can get another 2 seed if they're healthy. I think if they're not, they could potentially fall in the play-in.
Yeah.
If not, probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And I still think this team is probably a second round exit. I think unless they make another move, I don't really.
And
see
why? Why do you say
Because I see the Knicks finishing with a 3 or 4 seed, and I think that makes a second round matchup with Boston. Because I'm not too confident of Boston getting a 1 seed again. They could get the 2 and 3 seeds and meet in round 2.
I agree.
So that's why I don't think it's very whatchamacallit, plausible. And we also just saw, I mean, the Knicks easily could have advanced to the conference finals the past 2 seasons and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
So, and one of them being an 8 seed. So
They need everybody there.
the Knicks I kind of put in the same category as Philly. I just need to see it to believe it. And that's not against, it's not against Brunson and them. I just need to see it happen because I don't want to put stock into a team where I'm unsure. Because I literally experienced it with my own team.
They need everybody there. That's the only way it gets done.
Yeah.
That's what it goes back to.
Yeah, because you need health luck in the playoffs, and that's basically what happens.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, congratulations to Brunson. Massive kudos for having the balls to take less money, whether it was his choice or not. And yeah, we'll see what happens come regular season. So, any final thoughts on this? No?
No.
Build the statue.
We'll see about that one.
We sure will.
But let's move on. All right, into the next segment, next story. Got an interesting one here. Obviously, last year, for those that don't know, the NBA came out with a brand new in-season tournament, which Adam Silver took inspiration from European soccer with obviously the Champions League, the FA Cup, stuff like that, right? This obviously works a little bit differently because, it's only one league. There's no multiple leagues like in the Champions League. You get teams from the Prem, teams from La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, stuff like that. With this, it's just the 30 NBA teams. And we did see this the year prior, called the Commissioner's Cup, I believe, in the WNBA, which the Liberty did win last year. I think Minnesota won this year, if I'm not mistaken. So,
or the Sun.
No, I think it was Minnesota. Because I remember Kev sent me a Lynx meme. So shout out Kev. But obviously, we got the groups the other day for this upcoming in-season tournament. Now, for those that don't know how it works, essentially all 30 teams are split up into 6 groups of 5, split by conference. So there's 3 West groups and 3 East groups, and they're all split via regular season record from last season.
Okay.
So obviously, the top 3 seeds, I believe, are the top 3 seeds take up each group. So, for example, in the West, Minnesota's in one group, Denver's in one group, the Thunder are in one group, and then the next 3 seeds, the Clippers, Suns, and Mavs, are each in another group. And
Clippers were a 4 seed, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they do it. It's all random, but essentially they're in different pots. So we can put it on the screen right now. We'll give you guys the groups for each one. Is there a specific one you want to start in? West, East? Do you want to
Go by
West?
east to west.
Sure.
All right. So we want to do East, West, or East, West, West?
East.
Okay,
west,
East. All right. So we'll start off in Group A. East Group A, we got the New York Knicks, the Orlando Magic, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Charlotte Hornets. So basically, the way these work, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the way these work, it'll be 3, 3, 3, and 3. So obviously,
Only the top team advances
the top
from
team,
each group.
the top team advances, and then the best second place finisher goes in as well.
So 4 from each conference.
Correct.
Okay. So I think this is a toss between Orlando and New York.
Remember, regular season Embiid.
Oh, I forgot Sixers was right.
Regular
You got to be
season
healthy.
Embiid. Right, but remember, Embiid goes hard in the first 2 months.
I
of the
got
season.
Sixers.
I'll go next in the group.
I'm gonna go with the Magic.
And we all
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say Nick because I'm a little biased, but you
Yeah.
can go any 3 of those teams just to make it easy.
Please, just any dear Magic, Sixers, Hornets, just beat the shit out of us, please.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if we do a Danny Ainge tank. We win the in-season tournament and then never win a game after that.
That would be crazy.
That would be
Or
awesome.
maybe you beat
Cam Thomas would
you'll
have
beat,
to
you'll beat the
average 40.
Hornets.
I don't know. The Hornets got better.
Yeah.
We got worse. We actually almost made it out the group last year because we were the best 4th place team, but we lost out on point differential. So
Gotcha.
very unfortunate.
All right.
But it was crazy because we were actually playing really well. We started the season off I think we were almost a little over above 500 in our first batch of games. As soon as the in-season tournament ended, the effort level went right out the window. But yeah, essentially that's that. So what? Last year, looking at the 2 seed with the 5 seed, 2, 5, 7, 11, and I think the Hornets finished 14th or 15th.
Yes.
They finished 13th actually.
Around that.
Yeah, the Wizards and Pistons finished below them. So
Yep.
interesting in that end. Do you want to do full just 1 through 5 for each? So what do you got for the group then?
I got, so in order, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Sixers winning that group.
Okay.
Then it's the Magic.
Okay. I like where
Then
you're
it's
going
the
with this.
Knicks.
Yeah.
Then it's the Nets.
No.
And then it's the Hornets.
No. We need to finish last.
I think the Nets will come out and do a little bit better than we expect.
I agree with you. Unfortunately, I think we're too good right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap though. I got the Magic first, then the Sixers, then the Knicks, then the Nets, then the Hornets.
I don't like any of you guys. It's literally disgusting. The way the group is gonna go is Knicks, Sixers, Magic, Hornets, Nets.
I'm fine with that.
So wait, what do they get if they win the group?
if you win the group, you move on. To
You move on. The pod. You have to win the tournament to get the pod.
Do the players get a money boost?
Yes, they
Only
get,
if you win the whole thing.
only if you win the whole.
Only if you win the whole thing.
It's a
Okay.
500K bonus.
So honestly, this really doesn't.
I thought it was $1 million.
No, 500K for each
500K
player.
is not that much.
For some players, it is.
For
What if
some
you're a
players,
two-way
what
guy?
if you're a 2-way player and a bench
I
player that
guess-
makes nothing?
I guess, but
Yeah.
if
D'Lo
you
said
feel
he was going to use it on his vacation if he had won.
I thought it was the podcast.
No, he wanted to go on a family vacation to
Okay.
Maldives. So,
I thought it was his pod.
but yeah, that's East Group A.
Yeah, I have a cooler idea, but I'll save it for later.
So do I. I want to say it after
Okay.
you. So, East Group B, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, the Indiana Pacers, the Miami Heat, the Toronto Raptors, and the Detroit Pistons. So, looking at seeding wise, we got 3, 6, 8. The Raptors, I think, were 12th, and the Pistons were 15th, obviously.
I think this goes Pacers, Bucks, Heat, Raptors, Pistons. No, Pistons 4th, Raptors 5th.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think Pistons will get.
I'm more excited to see I feel like we're getting a really good rivalry between Milwaukee and Indiana.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
can't
Bro,
wait
I'm
for it.
loving it.
I am so excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got Bucks,
Ooh.
Pacers,
Okay.
Heat, Raptors, and what was the? Actually, no. Wait, hold on now.
Put Pistons-
Raptors over Heat this year.
Really?
I'm putting the Raptors over the Heat
Yep.
and Pistons in last.
Nah, Pistons can't be that bad.
I'm gonna go.
Pistons, bro.
I might go a little ballsy here.
Okay.
I got the Pacers,
Okay.
the Bucks, the Pistons,
No
the
way.
Heat, and the Raptors.
My
The Pistons
reasoning
can't be that bad.
My reasoning is that the Raptors are trying to tank. They're not good anymore, and the Heat don't take the regular season seriously.
Yeah.
So, judging by that, I think the Pistons definitely got better in the offseason. They got a bunch more pieces that are actual NBA caliber to play with Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
So,
We'll see, man.
The
Yeah.
Pistons can't be last anymore. We
They will
got
be
we got to
last.
the
put them up
Pistons
there.
spot is reserved for the Brooklyn Nets.
They can't be last anymore. We can't put them last. They have to be fourth or third.
Nah, they're gonna be.
Hey, if they
last.
finish last,
can't.
I'll be impressed.
Yes,
You'll be impressed.
Yeah.
but they can't be.
If they somehow manage to top a 28-game losing streak, I'll be impressed. At that point, they need to just swap spots with their G League team.
We've lost
Bro.
less games in a row than they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every team in American sports did.
Yeah, but we've lost as a team. Our 3v3 team.
Oh, yeah. Essentially.
All right. What's
But
the next one?
We got East Group C. We got the Boston Celtics, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Chicago Bulls, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Washington Wizards. So top 2 picks in the same group going to be duking it out in the in-season tournament. Or I'm sorry, the NBA Cup. The Emirates NBA Cup is what it's called now.
Really?
This is probably the most boring.
Wait, Celtics win. Who's after Celtics?
So you got the Cavs,
Cavs.
the Bulls, the Hawks, and the Wizards.
Okay, I'm gonna do
The doorbell's ringing.
Celtics, Cavs,
Yep.
Wizards third,
Okay.
Hawks
Hawks.
fourth. Who's the middle team?
The Bulls.
Bulls fifth.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, Bulls fifth.
I
Wizards
think-
will be third.
I think the Bulls are gonna surprise us.
Oh, God.
I think Josh Diddy's gonna go off. Okay, no, especially watching the game today, Australia versus USA. He
Yeah.
played phenomenal. So I got obviously Celtics first.
Okay, I thought you were going to have the Bulls first.
No,
for a
no.
second.
Celtics first.
Okay.
Cavs second.
All right.
I really wanted to put the Bulls there, but Cavs second, Bulls third, Hawks fourth, Wizards last.
Okay.
That's the only time he's ever gonna say Josh Giddey was phenomenal.
Yeah. At least for now. Well, we still have to watch the Olympics. He might still think the same thing. But
I will.
I think it's quite clear. Celtics Cavs should be top 2. I'm gonna go with the Hawks third because I'm a big believer in Risachet.
You know what I'm
Hawks
gonna
third.
say? I will gladly flip either Wizards Hawks for third.
Right. I think
That's very close.
I have a lot of stock on this kid. I think he's gonna be really good, and I think he'll make a big impact his rookie year.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the. Oh God, both these teams suck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bulls fourth. I think Kobe White probably gets you some games.
Okay.
And then I got the Wizards in fifth.
Yeah.
No, the Wizards are gonna be so good.
Why?
Bro, they gave
Denny Advia?
they gave up Denny
No.
They gave up Denny Abdia for nothing.
No, listen. I think Sar and Bub Carrington are gonna work great together. I think Poole's gonna have a
Too young.
bounce back. Kispert's gonna have a nice year.
Carl Kuzma.
Kuzma, yeah. The rookies are. I
yeah,
think
Valanciunas too, but
and
like
Valanciunas. Yeah,
I
they're
just-
not bad.
I just
Valanciunas is a huge.
But the Wizards
piece.
can't be bad either. The
I
Bulls
just-
can be bad. They're
right,
awful.
But again, the Bulls don't do things properly, so they're gonna try and tank and win.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I love about the
That's,
Bulls.
I think the
that's
Wizards
what,
are gonna win.
That's the thing with Chicago, because remember, Zach LaVine's trying to get his trade stock up this season.
Exactly. We
Well,
forgot
yeah.
about Zach, didn't we?
Because there's no
Yeah.
trade market for Bro right now.
Yeah.
It's
There
impossible.
there never is.
No, there is.
There definitely
Every year
is.
they trade him, but there never is a trade.
No, there's a market for. There's a market.
There's a market for Zach
yeah.
LaVine for sure. There absolutely is.
At least when he was healthy, I like Zach more than DeRozan. So
What if? What if?
I
there's
What,
a
don't know, they're
market.
kind of the same to me.
what if
Yeah.
Zach stayed in Minnesota with Ant?
They wouldn't have been able to get Ant.
Point guard Zach Levine.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been
Zach
that
Levine's
bad.
not a point guard.
No, but point guard Zach Levine.
He's a shooting guard.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard. but
He's
point
a shooting
Zach
guard, sometimes small forward, but
Yeah.
mainly shooting guard. But
All
All
let's
right,
go
West.
to
well,
let's
before we go to the West,
Okay.
we have our 3 teams. Keep in mind of your rankings. Which second place team gets the wild card? Now, keep in mind, don't
Okay.
just go for the best second place team because remember, it's about how they perform against the others in the
Right.
group. So
Who did we have?
So I had Cavs in second.
Yes. So did
I had the Magic in 2nd, and I had what was that?
I think
what was
Indiana.
Group B? I had Indy. No.
because you have Milwaukee.
Yeah, I
win.
did have Indiana in second.
I had
Ooh.
Philly. I had Philly, Milwaukee, and Cleveland.
Okay.
I had Philly, Milwaukee, Cleveland. I'm gonna say Philly easily. Philly for me.
I got Pacers.
I'm gonna
there.
also go with the Pacers.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think
you
I thought you had Pacers
you
first.
Sorry.
You had Bucks. You mean Bucks?
no, I actually think it's tough because like it could easily be I'm probably gonna go with the Bucks.
Bucks.
I
You think Magic and Bucks?
The Magic. I have the Magic winning the group.
Oh, so you would.
The Magic are in Group A.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I have the Magic advancing. I have the Sixers finishing second. My second place teams were Philly, Milwaukee, and Cleveland.
So you have Philly.
I have Milwaukee going
Oh,
through.
so you have Philly going out completely.
You really hate Joel Embiid.
No,
I hate
think,
Joel
I
Embiid.
think I'll have Philly going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to recap, so you have the Knicks, Sixers, Pacers, and Celtics going through.
Correct.
You, sir, have the Sixers, Bucks, Pacers, and Celtics.
Yes.
And then I have the Magic, Pacers, Bucks, and Celtics.
Yup.
Okay.
That would be pretty interesting.
That's
And
those are good choices.
we
Let's
won't
go to the West.
We won't know, obviously, seeding wise. It comes down to record and stuff like that. But let's transition to the Western Conference.
Weast.
Looking in at group number A, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves,
Okay.
the Los Angeles Clippers,
Okay.
the Sacramento Kings, the Houston Rockets, and the Portland Trailblazers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ballsy here.
I think this is probably the weakest group in the entirety of the in-season tournament, in my opinion.
I'm gonna
I
go.
think that Celtics Cavs group was very weak, though.
I don't know, because I mean, you got the Clippers after blowing it up, essentially. The Kings got better, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm gonna give my
Okay, go for it.
5. So it is gonna be Tim's first,
Yeah.
Sacktown second,
Okay.
Rockets third, Clippers fourth, and who was fifth?
Blazers.
Blazers fifth. I think Rockets gonna get so much better this year with Reed Shepard,
Right, yeah.
and I think Sacktown is way better with DeMar.
If I play devil's advocate for a moment, the in-season tournament's right at the start of the season, so what if he's like struggling to adjust a little bit?
DeMar?
No,
Reed
Reed Shepard.
I don't think he's starting regardless. He'll be off the bench.
So you think,
But I think
him alone's going to get them through, or at least get them
no,
third
he's
place?
gonna be help. He's gonna help.
Jalen
But
Green.
Jalen Green's gonna go off this year, and I think
Şengün.
Şengün, Jabbar Smith, Dylan Brooks, Grant Fleet, Cam
Yeah.
Whitmore's having a fucking summer league
Right,
too.
right.
They're a good team.
I like that pick. Actually, I
No,
think I have the
I'm
exact
fine.
same
Are we-
order as you.
Are we undervaluing early season Kawhi before he gets any chance
No,
to get injured?
Clippers are not going anywhere.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
He's
So you have the same exact as him?
same exact list.
I'm going to change it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Kings winning the group.
I like
Okay.
that. That's fine.
I think their home crowd's going to be vital
Okay.
winning these games.
So they're gonna be.
So Minnesota has to be second.
Minnesota will finish second.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with
Please say Rockets.
I'm really stuck between the Rockets and the Clippers, but
Please say
I'm gonna lean towards Houston for now.
Okay.
I'll go Clippers and then Blazers.
Okay.
But the Blazers could easily get higher.
The Blazers have a
They're
deep
building
squad.
a really good young core.
They have a.
No,
but
they're not ready this
I don't
year.
think they're ready yet.
They have a deep squad.
But I think they'll have one big upset in this group. I think they'll beat Minnesota.
Oh,
I can see that.
That's my hot take.
Yeah,
I like it.
Portland's like Orlando. They have a nice young. Deep
Oh,
They're
squad.
not even close.
They're not even
Sorry.
close to
No, they have a
Portland.
deep
Portland.
squad that's getting there.
Portland reminds me of. They're a more promising Hornets.
Hornets like the team.
Yeah, they're more like the
Yeah, I don't
Hornets
know
of a
if
couple years
Portland-
ago had all the potential. They just weren't good enough.
Right.
This team is a lot better.
right. Okay.
Think of the Hornets, but with the development of the Magic.
Yeah, that's good. I like
That's
it.
fair.
All right.
So, moving into West Group B, this is a juicy one. We got the OKC Thunder, the Phoenix Suns, the defending champs Los Angeles Lakers, the Utah Jazz,
Oh,
and
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
That's
okay.
heard of it.
the Los Angeles Lakers, the Utah Jazz,
Okay.
and the San Antonio Spurs.
Ooh. Okay.
This is not the group of death.
I like
but
this group though.
It's a good group.
It's an interesting group.
I'm
you
gonna.
can start us off.
I'll start.
Yeah, you start us off.
Okay. Oof.
Bro, you got Aura Man, you got KD, you got Bronald, you
Yeah.
got Lowry, and you got
Wemby.
Wemby.
It's insane.
What a group. Like,
All right, I got LA Lakers winning the group. For my reasons, I can tell you
I think
if you want.
I think I know the reason why. You could just
Okay.
say it.
Why?
I think it's because the Lakers know that LeBron's motor won't be good enough for the playoffs. So they're just
Also,
gonna go hard for
he
this team.
wants Bronny to get another $500,000.
Oh,
for,
true.
for the family. For the family. Family.
family.
Okay,
This
wait,
is
where
prob-
is that from?
Dom Toretto.
And it's Spy Kids 3. So
Yeah.
they, At
Okay.
the end of the scene, they're like, family, familia. They all put their hands together.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was
Family.
like, what is he saying?
Yeah, I just want to say we're like 45 minutes in. This has been like my favorite recording so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, word.
I'm
It brought,
enjoying this.
but wait, LeBron doesn't need the extra $500,000. He'll just give the whole $1,000,000 to Bronny.
Exactly. Yeah. Remember,
And he'll ask D'Lo to give him the $500K. Just give it all to Bronny.
No.
and you know, Bron stands are going to be like, "Oh, LeBron's got 2 NBA cups. Michael Jordan has 0." Someone once tried to argue with me that Jordan was better than LeBron because he won a dunk contest.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad argument.
Yeah.
Well, we never seen
Yeah.
LeBron in a dunk contest.
Yeah, but it means nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
It
anything.
means nothing. It
All
just
right. So
It's
dunked
good
the
for
ball.
good for legacy
so
though.
Right.
Bronny gets the whole pot of every player. So it's going to be another
No
10,
way.
10
I mean,
mil.
Their money, Bronny's money
Another
is
10
LeBron's, but
mil.
it's the same money. It's all the
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
They'll probably give it to Savannah or Bryce.
Right. Okay. Anyways, back to my
continue.
list.
Yeah, you said the Lakers first.
L.A. Lakers number 1.
Okay.
OKC
Family.
Thunder number 2.
Who?
OKC.
OKC. Okay.
Number 3. Who's the other teams? I know
You got the
Spurs.
Suns, Spurs, and Jazz.
Suns, Spurs, and Jazz. Ooh.
Not going to lie.
I'm gonna go Spurs 3.
Yeah, they're
Ooh,
they're
okay.
all
I'm gonna go
awful.
Spurs
but
3.
Spurs could be good.
Suns
Yeah.
4.
Jazz 5.
Jazz 5.
I think the Jazz finished 5th regardless with or without Larry Markkinen.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the same lineup as him, but I'm gonna switch OKC and Lakers.
So you have the Thunder finishing first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lakers second.
I'm gonna agree with you. I think the Thunder are gonna win the group. I'm gonna go with the Suns second. I think I think the Suns will be good for the first 2 months of the season and then fall off. I'm gonna go with the Lakers in third.
Okay.
I think the Spurs are really bad still. I'm gonna put them in fourth.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put the Jazz in fifth. Because
Jazz could have a good run.
the Jazz
actually.
could remember it's Danny Ainge. The Danny Ainge tank was
Right.
hard.
Right.
But right now, like I saw a graphic, they were like, can CP3 lead this team to the playoffs? I'm looking at it, I'm like, in 5 years, this team will be really good, but like this team's really bad right now.
I think CP3 can do it.
Is he durable enough to get through?
We need to wait.
That's
and
the
see.
question.
For the
Is he-
in-season tournament, I think he's ready.
Is he even going to start?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. If
No,
he
he's
will.
gonna
come
start.
on, bro.
He's gonna start.
He's not going to get a lot of
No,
minutes.
he's gonna
but
start.
He's absolutely going to
I think
start.
they'll probably close a lot of games then with Trey Jones, if that's the case.
Or
If he
Stephon
can't-
Castle.
Nah, CP has to close.
I don't know.
That man's a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
And
but he's not. This isn't 20.
What other options do they have?
They have Trey Jones, who's
Trey
been
Jones.
getting chemistry with Wemby. That's the
No,
only other
that-
option.
he's-
Because I know
He can play shooting guard a little bit.
he's like 6'0".
He's gonna start.
He's very small.
He's gonna start.
Well,
But
yeah.
hey, you never know.
Wemby makes up for the height, so
Yeah, it's true.
What's the last group?
The last group. This is the group of death.
Really?
This is the group I'm looking the most forward to.
Oh, because Denver's in this group.
yeah.
Not even just Denver. So we got the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Golden State Warriors, and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Tough.
So
Oh, wow.
obviously you
That's a
have
tough
you obviously have Jokic and the Nuggets, right?
Yes.
Still, Luka and Kyrie are still there with Klay Thompson
Yes.
now.
Ooh.
You have the Pelicans with newly acquired DeJounte Murray. Steph is still there with the Warriors. Potentially could have maybe a Zach LaVine or a Lowry Markkinen soon. And bro, I think the Grizzlies, in my opinion, are the most interesting story in basketball right now.
Ooh.
We have no idea what
I
they're
like
going
the
to do.
take.
It's
I
good,
like the
right?
take.
Bro,
I'm gonna.
This could be good. I'm telling you that right
This
now.
is still Denver's group.
They didn't win their group last year.
I know. I think this is Denver's group. I think Memphis finishes second.
Oh,
So I love Memphis.
right.
I think Dallas is third.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth is gonna be Pels. Fifth is who's the other team?
Golden State Warriors.
No, Pels are fifth. Golden State is fourth.
Wow.
So the Pelicans won. The Pelicans had the Nuggets in their group last year with the Clippers, and they won the group.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna.
you think they're going to finish in last?
No,
Wow.
sir. I'm gonna combat this
Yeah.
with
please
a
do.
Pelicans number 1,
Really? Okay.
a Nuggets number 2,
Okay.
a Mavericks 3,
Okay.
4. Who? The Golden State and who?
Golden State and Memphis.
No, Memphis is gonna be.
This group sucks.
So
Memphis is
good.
4. Memphis number 4.
No,
Golden State
Memphis
number
is
5.
gonna be so good.
Okay.
I love Memphis.
Memphis, man, they can be like a dark horse for this one.
They can be a dark horse easily.
Yeah,
I'm stuck between the Nuggets and the Pelicans.
yeah.
I'm going to probably lean towards Denver because they're not on their hangover anymore. So I'm going to go Denver 1, New Orleans 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Memphis in third.
Oh wow.
Golden-
I would love to get your thoughts on that.
Golden State in fourth, and Dallas in fifth.
Wow. Okay.
Dallas in 5th with Clay.
Remember, it's just 4 regular season games. Just 4 simple regular season games.
So you don't think the 2 best ISO scorers in the game can win them 4 games?
I'm not saying they're going to win 4 games, but remember, you could win 2 games and still finish in last.
Right.
Everyone could be tied.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think
I like it though.
I think Dallas might be on a finals hangover to start the season.
Okay.
Just personally, I think Luka gets them one huge game, but right now, I'm high on Memphis this season. I think they'll be I think they'll be really good. Golden State, like I think Steph will have an angry game against Dallas.
Yeah,
for
he probably
sure.
will.
However, and that's also me kind of banking on the fact that they get Lauri Markkanen. So I'll say this: with Lauri Markkanen, I think the Warriors finish in third. Without Lauri Markkanen, I think you can make the argument for it to be Memphis, Dallas, Golden State.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Gotta go
like it, though.
bold, man. Have to.
I like it. I respect the boldness. I do.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But now we get into our wild cards.
Wait, so you said Memphis? You think Golden State would finish last?
Without Lauri Markkanen, they
Yeah.
could. I think
So
them and Dallas.
who were the top two? Denver,
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans still. Okay, that's fine.
Looking thinking of who we had as the second place. So I believe both of you had you had the Kings, right? For Group A.
Second,
Yeah.
So you had Kings, Lakers, and
Memphis.
Grizzlies. You, sir, had
Nuggets, Thunder,
Nuggets, Thunder, and Kings.
Kings.
And I had Timberwolves, Suns, and Pelicans.
For
Okay.
me, I'm gonna put the Lakers through.
Okay.
Family.
Come for
I
Bronald.
like it.
Family.
I'm going to go with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
That's
I think
fine.
the
That's fair.
Timberwolves don't make it out.
That's fair. Wow. That's good take though.
Don't forget, this is just. Don't think of it as. Like
I know,
a
but
playoff
still,
tournament. It's
these
just-
guys are still competing at a high
Right.
level for this. They want to get that extra boost, pay for the vacation, like DL said.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's between the Nuggets and the Thunder for me, and I think I'm just gonna be a hater of the Nuggets until Westbrook signs. Until Westbrook signs. If Westbrook signs, Nuggets are in.
Okay.
If Westbrook doesn't sign, Thunder are in.
I don't hate the take considering they didn't make it out the group at all last year.
Okay.
So you have Denver and Sacktown being out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Any early shouts on
Champion.
finals matchup in that, based on the teams you sent through? Who you got, essentially?
Man.
It's tough. It's actually really tough, to be fair.
Oh man. I think I'm gonna go with not going with the Lakers.
Who did I have in East? I had Knicks.
You had Knicks, Sixers, Bucks, and
No, Pacers.
I'm sorry, Knicks, Sixers, Pacers, and Celtics.
I'm gonna say.
It's tough, right? Just for
All right. Say
for-
who's coming out of the East.
yeah.
Say who's coming out of the West.
For context, last year the Final Four were Celtics, Pacers, and Pelicans, Lakers.
Okay.
Damn, I just realized the Lakers not only beat the Pelicans in the in-season tournament final, they beat them to get out of the play-in, and then to get to the 17, and then beat them in the play-in. That's crazy. That
Who
is
did the
nasty
Lakers
work.
beat in the final?
Nasty
For
work.
in-season tournament?
Indiana.
Indiana Pacers.
I'm gonna do a rematch. I'm gonna
No
do it.
way.
Indy and
Wow.
the Lakers.
That's
Boring
insane.
AF.
No. Wait.
You made your mind up, buddy.
Who do
You
I
can't go
have in the
back.
West? Wait, who
too
do I
late,
have,
bro. You
who do
made
I
your
have in the West?
You had Minnesota. You had Denver. You had OKC.
No, I'm gonna throw Memphis and Indy in there.
I think Memphis is going straight to the final. Okay.
Memphis and Indy.
Who wins?
I'm betting it all on Memphis.
You think Memphis is going to win the in-season tournament?
No, I think Indy wins, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
betting Memphis to go to the final.
Wow.
I
Bold.
love Memphis. I've
Bold.
always loved Memphis.
Very bold.
Okay.
I love Memphis.
You think Ja's gonna have that much of an impact?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, fair.
What you
He's a
got?
very good player, but I got.
Ja was like the star of the league before everything happened.
I wouldn't say all that, but
Be bold.
yeah. All right, so
bold.
I'm gonna say, ooh man, in the final, it's going to be Sixers
Ooh. So you're telling me
versus.
Embiid gets out of a second round?
We're not counting us.
Someone cancel this man. All right, so it's gonna be Sixers coming out of the East,
Okay.
and for the West, I want the Timberwolves to come out.
Okay.
I want Edwards to just destroy the league, and I think he will.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Timberwolves winning it all against the
Ooh.
Sixers in the final.
What if Russ is on the Nuggets?
Okay, so if Russ goes to the Nuggets, it's a whole other story. Nuggets win the in-season tournament as well as the NBA championship.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm stuck on the West because I know the Nuggets don't take the regular season as seriously as they should. Because they should be a pick to go through, but they didn't get out of the group last year. So I'm not sure if I should pick them to go to the finals. I'm really stuck between them New Orleans and OKC. I'm stuck between them. I think if New Orleans stays healthy, it could be them. Same thing with OKC, essentially. It's really tough. I'm really stuck between Denver and OKC. I don't know who to choose.
I love OKC. I would go OKC.
I would go New Orleans. I forgot how good they are right
Yeah.
now.
They're either.
They made the semifinal last year. I think they could get back.
And they added DeJounte.
Right. That's kind of the trade-off. I think because I don't expect any team in the in-season tournament final to compete for the NBA championship. That's kind of my view of it. I think it's going to be a while before we see teams do the double.
Okay.
So I'm going to be bold here. I got the New Orleans Pelicans making the final and losing to the Orlando Magic.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I like this. I like the pick, though, for real. I do.
I think the Magic defensively this season are going to be clamps. Bro,
It might be historic.
Suggs, PCP dude, Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, my
Paolo
goodness.
Banchero can even guard. And, like, this team's going to be good. It's going to be
Everyone
insane.
can guard. I don't think there's one player on the team that can't guard.
Yeah, they already got rid of Joe Ingles, so...
Yeah,
Exactly.
Markel's not going to be back.
Top to bottom,
Probably
they
not.
can lock
even,
up. They can
even
lock
for his
up.
size, Cole Anthony is a good
Yeah.
defender, good rebounder.
Effort,
Yeah.
hustle
Yeah.
plays. Yeah, bro.
I got the Orlando Magic as my in-season tournament
like
or my
it.
NBA Cup champion.
So we have the both. We picked East. You picked West.
Yeah.
You have who winning?
Pacers.
You have Pacers,
I have Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. I have Magic. Interesting. Well, let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Obviously, the segment went on for a long time, but we don't have as much to talk about today, so these segments can go on for a little bit longer. So, any final thoughts on the in-season tournament?
No, sir.
Tournament starts on November 12th. I think they'll still be on the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing. And the championship should be around my birthday again. Championship was on my birthday last year.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Did you watch it on your birthday?
I don't even remember. I think I did.
Yeah.
I wanted
Parts
Indiana
of
to
it.
win, but
Yeah.
unfortunately it didn't happen. But
Also, Anthony will have a fully grown beard by November, so
Very
that's
true.
something to look forward to as
yeah.
well.
So that would be cool. But I think it's time we move on.
Yes.
All right, into the next story. And obviously, this time of year, I think this might be the last time we'll sit here in this state and talk about NBA Summer League. Because I think we're planning on going to next year's, which will be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, why not?
Eye
So-
emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. It's in
Because we have to watch Cooper Flag play.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I would love that.
If
Bro,
they,
Cooper Flag
or
goes to
Ace
that.
Bailey or
Just any top 5 pick in the black and white.
it's only right.
Yes. Everyone do the G over
We didn't
there.
really care about who we saw this year.
Yeah.
Right. It's not
No, but it would have been fun if we went this year.
it would have been fun.
exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in our funds right now.
No.
For this
Oh,
year.
no.
But
Yeah.
next year, I think we're
Possibly.
definitely going. I think
Definitely.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think we
percentage wise,
how
90. What do we want to say?
I think like 80-20.
You know what? 96.9.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
You
to
missed
travel
you missed the
in-state.
joke completely.
96.9. Wait, but we would stay how long?
Probably like
A week?
a week. Yeah.
A week. Okay.
bet.
Yeah.
Flights
Go to games.
Flights to Vegas round trip are like $200.
Yeah, hotel.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
Hotel
At
isn't
all.
bad. If we get all inclusive
Yeah.
Do
hotel.
you have family over there?
I don't
No.
think I do, but
Okay. Hotel. So hotel.
hotels are cheap, yeah,
Word.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, Airbnb.
Word.
Plus, I think if we get media passes for our, if we keep growing this podcast this time next year,
Yeah,
who knows
well-
where we're at?
NBA executives may find us and.
I mean, I'm
dope.
related to an NBA front
Yeah,
office
he's a
member,
bad-
so
exactly.
so-
That helps.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we could see said person there, and hoping we can maybe get said person on the podcast. So you'll never know.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know, NBA Summer League is where a lot of draftees, G League players, mainly the new draftees, anyone trying to make a name for themselves and get into the NBA, play essentially. It's usually a tournament. It's usually a lot of fun seeing a lot of players go off. I remember most notably when Cam Thomas got Summer League MVP back in
Yeah.
2021. That was Devin. Bro went off.
He went crazy.
So that was a lot of fun this year. But there's definitely been a lot of talk around certain Summer League, mainly a certain son of an NBA player. But aside from that, just I'll go to you first, Antoine, because I know you've been watching a little bit of Summer League. Has any major things kind of stood out to you, whether it's about the Knicks or like the top draft picks or
Right.
any certain players, anything?
Any player performances?
Have you seen anything that's caught the eye?
Oh.
Has it been aesthetically pleasing
Knicks,
to the eye?
Knicks, nothing yet. Reed Shepard and Cam Whitmore. That's a new duo in the making in Houston, I guess.
This kid is a stud. Reed Shepherd. Yeah.
For who's the guy on the Clippers? Jordan Miller.
He's good?
He's been dropping 35 in
Yeah.
the first couple
wow.
games.
Okay.
Julian Strouder has been going off
He's been
for
cooking.
Denver. Wizards, I know Bub Carrington's been getting almost a triple-double every game. Well, it's been 2 games.
We also saw the battle between Alex Sarr and Zach Risachet.
Yeah, Risachet looks good.
Okay.
Looks a lot better than the way people described him, I
Yeah.
will say that.
Okay.
Sarr
Good.
looked interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What does that mean? That can go both ways.
he looked good.
Okay.
A little
Yeah.
raw. I think Ricachet's a little more polished.
Actually, real quick, if you look it up on your phone right now, if you look up a picture of Alex Sarr,
And Caitlin Clark.
he looks like a combination.
Oh, yeah.
No, not just Caitlin Clark. Look up Calvin Booth, the Nuggets general manager. He looks like a combination between Caitlin Clark and Calvin Booth, and I cannot unsee it, and it's like haunting my mind because it's just so creepy.
Bro, he definitely looks like Caitlin Clark, though.
Yeah.
Insane.
Look up Calvin Booth now, though. It's
How you spell it? Calvin
literally Calvin Booth. Sound it out.
Booth? Okay.
Like a booth at a restaurant. Like it's almost
This
creepy.
guy?
No, it's definitely not Calvin Booth.
Yeah, so right now the leading
Oh, yeah, he does.
the leading
Yeah.
scorer in summer league is Jaime Jaquez. He played a game. He had 29 points.
Right.
Jordan Miller's averaging 28.5. Strawler's averaging 28.5. Dwayne Washington Jr. for the Knicks. He had 26 in his first game.
Oh, the Knicks picked him up? I know the Suns
Yeah.
waived him.
Yeah, Dwayne Washington. Connect
Good
had
player.
25.
Wayne the Rock Johnson.
Cam
Yeah.
Whitmore and Reed Shepherd are both averaging 22.5 in 2 games.
Not bad.
Brandon Miller's having a good start. Keon Johnson for the Nets is averaging 21.5.
Bro, he is hooping.
yeah, he's a bucket.
Bro, he dropped like 35 points in the last game. He was unreal.
Buzelis is averaging 21.5 in 2 games. You were showing us a video of Buzelis from
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
Antoine, don't forget my center for the future, Noah
Name?
Clowney.
He's not on the top scoring
Bro,
list.
but he's been clamps
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
entirety of
Defense?
Yeah.
Also,
when we first like kind of accepted the fact that we were making the playoffs, we were starting him,
Yeah.
and he was just blocking shots left and right.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a really good defender.
Rim protector.
other guys that have been like summer league, like Marshawn Beauchamp's averaging 20.5.
Yeah.
That's a pick I wish the Bucks would play more. Jarris Walker's averaging 20
Yep.
in 2 games.
Wow.
That's another good pick.
Him and Noah Clowney had a good battle, but I think the main thing with Clowney I want to talk about was last season because when we drafted him, no one was really thrilled. He
Yeah.
was very like project big.
Yeah.
Sean Marks loves his project bigs. Jared Allen,
Yep.
Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharp. He looked abysmal in summer league last year. He was like the worst player on the floor.
Right.
We were really concerned. And Derek Whitehead was the guy going off. It's the reverse this year. Derek Whitehead just came off major injury, but Noah Clowney's looked good. But there's one thing with Summer League that is really perplexing to me. Why is Scoot Henderson not playing?
Oh, yeah. What's up with that?
He was shooting like 30% from 3 last season. Played like absolute ass until 2024. And even still didn't really play the best afterwards. Why is he sitting on the sidelines?
Maybe there's
I
like
don't know.
there's like an underlying injury.
The
I
whole,
hope not.
The whole Scoot thing, ever since he got drafted, it's been like the Ben. I don't want to say Ben Simmons type of thing, but what's going on with like?
Nah, definitely
Not even close, because Ben Simmons as a prospect was unreal.
Yeah, but
Right.
like I don't know. Is Shaden Sharp playing? No.
No, he popped off last year,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, I know they're playing Klingon. Duop Reed's there. Ryan Rupert's there.
Well, Duarte Brees playing in the Olympics.
Oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Tumani Kamara's not there.
He got traded to there, so yeah, I don't know if he's still there.
Chris
anymore.
Murray's playing.
Oh, Keegan's brother.
Keegan's brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why.
I don't know why Scoot's not playing.
Yeah.
and he needs the development.
Oh, he needs it.
He needs it badly.
He needs it. Great
Yeah.
potential, but you need to get as many minutes on the court as possible
Absolutely.
while you're young.
It just seems perplexing to me that the Blazers wouldn't play him.
Yeah.
Because yes, he'll develop as he plays in the league, but let him pop off against guys more his
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Or at least guys
Yeah, I mean
below his level.
Brandon
level.
Miller's
Yeah.
there.
Get that. Yeah, Brandon Miller. Get
Jaime
that
Jaquez,
confidence up.
yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Miller. I don't think needed to be there, but he's there.
No,
Yeah.
he needed to be there.
No, all the second-year players going into their second season, they should be there.
Any second-year player not named Victor Wembanyama should be playing in
Oh,
summer league right
yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah.
And you can
Maybe not Chet.
You can maybe make the case. Well,
Chet's
Chet's been there a while.
Yeah.
He's technically only played one
Right.
season, but
Yeah.
you can make the argument as well for the Thompson twins. Maybe. That's
Yeah.
maybe
Yes.
generous.
Yes.
Because I know Asar's coming off the health scare.
Right.
So
Yeah, both the Magic picks are doing good. Jet Howard's actually outperforming Anthony Black. He's averaging 18, along with
Yeah.
Tristan Da Silva as well, who was their first round pick.
He was
this
actually
year.
working out at the Nets facility the other day because
Black?
no,
Jed Howard or
Jed
De
Howard,
Silva?
because
Jed Howard.
his father's
Yes.
the assistant coach
Oh,
for
cool.
Brooklyn.
Yes,
It'd
Juwan
be cool.
Howard's son.
It'd be cool if we got him at some point. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
But I don't
that
see
would-
him ever leaving
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Jalen Wilson, too, for the Nets.
yes, Jalen Wilson.
18 and a half.
I love how he was a total brick in the first half of that first game, and then made like 5 threes in the fourth quarter to tie the game. It was just insane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you need. Like, if you have a game like that in the summer league and you just go off for like a quarter or two,
Yep.
that's all you really need to like bring attention to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For like teams, not just the team that you're on, other teams around the league.
Exactly.
So like if you have a game like that, it's so important to have games where
Yeah.
you just
Plus
are
too, it's
hot.
like for me personally, like I know we're trying to lose, so I'm enjoying actually just watching
Yeah.
the young
Yeah.
guys develop.
Not
And
gonna
this is
lie.
the time for us to win.
right.
Like, summer league is like, it's like people make fun of it, like it's not fun, but like it's like I love watching the rookies play against.
It's
each other.
like
it's competitive.
It's like
It's
the time of
fun.
your life when you're there. That's really why I want to go. But it's
Yeah.
also like it's also like a huge networking experience.
Yeah.
A lot of people there.
All 30 front offices are there. The NBA execs are there. Adam Silver's there.
Right.
So it's just obviously I don't think he's going to be there much this year because of the Olympics and stuff.
Right.
But NBA Summer League's big. It's just like a lot of guys make a name for themselves in Summer League, eventually
Yep.
get onto an NBA
Oh
roster.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
I think Keon Johnson's doing that for himself right now.
For sure.
And it's always good to see those like shots, like those just like those like shot in the dark players. Like, what's that really long name guy on the Raptors? It's like Freeman something.
I don't remember.
He was someone I had never heard of until the summer league, and he wound up playing really well. I think he's on a 2-way contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely cool to see.
Yeah.
There is one story though with summer league that we kind of have to talk about. It's a pretty sad one, obviously. That being Deron Holmes. So for those that don't know,
Yes.
Deron Holmes had a breakout year with Dayton. I think he was the only player in the draft class that averaged a double-double in college. The Nuggets traded up to get him at 22, and in his first game, went down with a torn Achilles, torn right Achilles. He at the time of recording, he just had surgery,
Wow.
and will miss the entirety of the 24-25 season.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like one of the worst
I guess
injuries.
the only positive is Zeke Naji. I guess good for him. He's going to get more playing time now
I mean, he's probably going to get traded.
or traded, but then they need another backup big.
They have Dario Saric.
Yeah, but Holmes is a purified, like a bona fide center. Saric isn't really a center.
Yeah, I mean, they're both kind of power forward centers.
Yeah. But I love Deron Holmes. He was great. I wanted to
Yeah.
see him play.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Like, some like things like that happen. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really is
That's
a
why Scoot is not playing.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. To avoid that scenario going into the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because he started off the game playing really well.
Right.
He was really a force defensively.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah. It's really a shame.
He'll be back.
He will be,
Absolutely.
and like we've said before, usually you come back stronger.
Right.
From a
So
torn
we
Achilles.
hope.
And usually,
Achilles
at
or
first,
any
I thought
injury.
it was kind of a superstar thing, like Kevin Durant, obviously coming back better than he was. When we had Edmund Sumner, he was off a torn Achilles and was actually faster
Yeah.
than he was before.
It's crazy.
And even though it's a different injury, Chet Holmgren missed the entirety with a Liz Frank injury and came back, and he's been amazing.
Right.
And again, I don't think the Nuggets are asking too much of Deron Holmes. So I think having this happen now rather than during the season gives him
Yes.
the extra months to prep. Remember, Katie had 18 months off because of the shutdown of the season and the bubble and everything like that. He went out, the finals were in June of 19,
Something like that.
and he came back the end of December of 2019,
Right.
2020. So Deron Holmes, July? He'll
It
come
is
back.
July.
Training camp is next September of 2025. So he's got like 14 months
He's got time.
to kind of prepare himself. Yeah.
That's good.
So I think now, and this organization's used to these long-term injuries. Jamal Murray missed 2 postseasons with the ACL. Michael Porter Jr. with all the back injuries. He missed his first 2 seasons, I think. So
Yeah.
I think he's in good hands.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
you think they believe in him enough to keep him around. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah. They wouldn't have traded up for him otherwise.
Right.
No, yeah, he's going to stay. He's a rookie. He's going to be there for a
Absolutely.
while.
I just hope they don't be too passive and waste away Jokic's prime years,
Yeah.
because you got one of the greatest players just in his peak.
Yeah.
And if they
You
let
gotta
that
be
go,
aggressive.
that's why they got to get Russ.
Oh, come on. Make it happen. Jokic, keep talking to them, all right?
Either he's going to get traded there, or he's going to get traded elsewhere, waived, and then signed.
Okay.
But in
Yeah.
hindsight, he should have just opted out and signed.
Yeah.
But he made the choice to opt in.
Yeah.
I think they were going to trade him there, but then the Chris Dunn thing happened, and it's kind of thrown them off course.
Oh yeah, true.
So I think that's kind of what did it.
Yeah.
But look, as far as summer league goes, any early shouts, Antoine, for summer league MVP? If you were to pick a player,
Anthony Black.
No, right now it's Strawther.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I would say it's either him or Keon Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may be
No.
biased in the Keon pick,
No.
but
It's Strawther or I think Reed or Cam.
Reed Shepard could easily get
Yeah,
it as well.
Reed-
I'll say Reed.
I think Strawther's kind of separated himself right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
The fact that he is dropping 35 points on like 50%
Yeah, that's
from
crazy.
three is just ridiculous. But
That should calm down though.
oh, absolutely, he'll regress to the mean,
Yeah.
and guys that are cold will progress to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think summer league will go on for the next few weeks. I think they do like bracket style after the fact. So this will be the only time I want to see the Nets win until further notice, until next summer league.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, he wants his rookies to be good.
ideally for me, I want to go 4-78 with all 4 wins coming against the Knicks.
Wow.
That's like my ideal season. I know it won't
That's
happen,
insanely bad.
but yeah, sometimes you
I
got
don't
to
think
be
we've
egregious.
ever seen that.
No.
I think the worst has been what 9 and something.
9 or something.
The Sixers won like 9 or 10 games
Yeah.
this season.
That's so bad.
That's horrible.
That's
That's just really bad. That's just egregious levels of tanking.
yeah.
But any final thoughts, final comments, concerns, questions on
I mean,
summer league?
No, Knicks
I
play
just like the
tomorrow.
summer league. I like the summer league because, these guys are actually playing for their careers. So it's a lot more competitive. It's very unpolished though.
Oh.
So it reminds me a lot of like street ball
Yep.
with a combination of like, well, it's definitely more polished than street ball,
It's organized.
but it's like less than like NBA.
You're going to
But-
see a lot of bricks, a lot of air balls,
Yeah.
a lot of turnovers.
and it's real.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
real. So I don't know. I like it.
I like
It's
how
competitive.
it doesn't show all like the NBA. It shows a lot of the glamour and the glory,
Yeah.
everything like that. This is really what it takes. Guys,
Straight basketball.
guys in the trenches, man.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
This is
Yeah.
it.
But I think it's time to move on.
Yes.
All right, into the next segment. It's time to talk about the main basketball in the summer. No offense to the summer league athletes, we love summer league, but I do think the Olympics are more important.
Oh, for sure.
as far as that goes. The Olympics in general is going to be fun. So just real quick before we get into the basketball, give me like a top 3 like Olympic sports you guys are most excited to see this summer. You cannot say basketball.
Can we say soccer?
You can if you want.
Soccer's always fun, but the teams kind of suck.
Yeah, not as good as the World Cup or anything like that.
Um,
They don't have to be in order.
I
Just give me
always
3 sports.
I always love swimming.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, swimming's great.
Table tennis.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay, that's a good shout.
Table tennis is so.
China
fun
got
to
that
watch.
easy.
Yes, that's the problem.
Easy dub for them.
Rowing, no.
Nah.
Track and field.
yes.
That's
Do we
always
want to
good.
shout out our FDU guys?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Salif Mane. Yes.
Yeah.
We have to include.
We
track
have an
and field.
Olymp. We have an Olympian.
What's his event? It's long jump
Triple
or
jump.
triple jump?
Triple
Triple
jump.
jump.
Triple jump.
Yeah.
All right now. Let's go,
There are
FDU.
other NEC guys there too, but our college.
We only care
FDU is
about
Salif Mane.
number 16 seed FDU.
Yes.
Hold Zach Edey.
Now Grizzly.
Yeah, if we ever get Zach Edey on the show,
let
we'll
me-
definitely have to remind him of that.
Let me
game
pull up
Yeah.
a few
Olympic. I'm no.
You're missing one big one. The gymnastics.
Yes.
Yes.
Simone Biles.
Yes.
Love watching the gymnastics.
That's always fun.
Yes, gymnastics is good.
Because I know my body can never do the things they do.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's another good summer one though?
Good summer sport.
Because I'm thinking of winter ones. I can't get the winter out of
the
my
winter
head.
one. So I keep thinking of curling.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love curling.
Curling is awesome.
Wait. Okay. So archery.
Bobsledding.
Archery.
I prefer the vibe of the Summer Olympics, but
Yeah.
I actually prefer the Winter Olympics. Like
Really?
watching a simple bobsled race is just so exhilarating.
fun.
Like, it's so good.
Badminton and beach volleyball goes
Oh,
hard.
beach volleyball
would
is
be
great.
fun.
Handball goes hard.
Is water polo a Summer Olympic sport?
I think so.
I think it might be.
It is.
Yeah.
Water polo.
Water
really
polo is
fun.
also underrated.
Tennis, surfing.
Oh, I
Surfing.
bro, golf.
Golf.
I completely forgot about
I'm not
my
gonna.
sport.
I'm not gonna really watch golf.
I
Wait,
forgot about my sport.
who's gonna be in there playing?
From the U.S., it's Xander Schauffele, Wyndham Clark, Scotty Scheffler.
Yes.
I'm forgetting the last guy.
You know why, Scotty?
Don't dox
He's
yourself.
Englewood Cliffs.
Okay.
Is he actually?
He's Englewood Cliffs born.
Yeah.
Scotty
Wow,
Scheffler.
that's not even your town.
This is my town.
Oh.
Englewood Cliffs. Yes,
Okay. Well,
it's my town.
all right.
Scotty
Okay.
Scheffler is the goat.
I forget who the fourth guy is.
Englewood Cliffs.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get to basketball.
But yeah,
What's going on?
let's get to basketball. Obviously now, these past couple weeks, in the next week or so, it'll be the showcases, everything like that. There were some games here. There's some games in Europe. Now they're in the UAE right now. We had just watched the U.S. versus Australia. We also saw the U.S. versus Canada. I think that happened after the recording, right?
Yes, we finished recording.
Right, yeah. So we talked about that. The France versus Serbia matchup. I think we'll talk about just all three of those
why not?
games. So
I didn't watch France Serbia.
okay, well, we could just talk about the
what
games then.
happened.
So you want to start with the one we just watched or the one we watched
Let's go
before?
by order. No?
Reverse or
No, from Canada.
so U.S. versus Canada?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start off with U.S. versus Canada. Not particularly a close one. Canada did lose to the U.S.
Yes.
Any sort of takeaways? I'll go to you first, Gio. Any takeaways from that game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, nobody's going to be a match for the U.S. It doesn't matter how many NBA stars you got on your team. The U.S. just has more.
Okay.
So nobody's going to even come close to the U.S.
Okay. It's fair.
Okay?
Fair assessment.
Especially if we're actually trying. 'Cause
If we're actually trying.
Today we took out our guys our closer guys for the remainder of the
Absolutely.
game. But yeah, Canada, I mean, they kept it interesting in the first half. They kept it a little like, oh, Canada might be pretty good. But then we're like, oh, USA reminded us, like, yeah, if we want to turn it on, we can do that at any point.
Are you saying
we want.
Canada's just an aura merchant?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And, yeah, I mean, even though Canada has Dylan Brooks, SGA, Jamal Murray, it's just like, that's all. That's all they got.
Fair enough.
No match. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the closest teams that come to USA are France, Serbia, and Canada.
Okay.
We got to see how
Germany.
Yeah, I think France and Serbia. No, I think France probably.
I think both of
closest.
them.
Serbia. Yeah, let's see how they play against each other.
Yeah. They
But,
play each other when? This week?
Serbia plays. They play next week.
I actually have the box score from that game, by the way, if you want me to
Yes.
read it
Canada.
off. Who do you want me to
Canada,
read
US?
it off first? US or Canada?
Go Canada first.
Yeah.
Right, Canada. RJ Barrett they don't show points. I was all the way over here.
They do.
RJ Barrett had 12 points. Dylan Brooks had 10. SGA had 10. Jamal Murray had 5.
Yikes.
Yeah, not great performances on that end. On the US of A,
When RJ Barrett's your leading scorer, you're in trouble.
Devin Booker had 9. LeBron had 7. Embiid had 5 points, but he did foul out in 12 minutes.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did.
He fouled out in 12 minutes.
He did.
Steph had 12. Drew Holiday had 11. Like, see, even when I hate, I'm factual. So, like, I'm not just stirring up narratives like I'm ESPN.
Yeah.
AD had 10. Anthony Edwards had 13. So, yeah, just a very well-balanced game, I'd say.
Yeah.
Spread out.
Canada shot 33% from the field. Yeah, it's pretty bad. 21% from 3. The U.S. shot 30% from 3.
Now let me ask you, either Tyler or Anthony, you guys watched the game, right?
I watched
A little bit at the
most
end.
of the game. I
Most
kind of
of
fell
it?
asleep toward the end, yeah.
Okay, so while you were watching, did you notice that Canada was just shooting badly or poorly, or was it that U.S. was clamping?
They seemed discombobulated.
Canada
I think
looked really bad.
the U.S. really wasn't trying so hard.
Okay.
I think just Team Canada just seemed all out of sorts. It was their first
Okay,
game.
right.
Yeah.
So that's normal.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry issues. I think this is the first time you're really seeing, and as far as Olympics goes, you're seeing superstar aura man. I think post-injury Jamal Murray.
Right.
Even though he's, I think, still kind of injured.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett just kind of coming onto the scene now. Same with Dylan Brooks. Yeah, I think it's going to take time for Team Canada to adjust, but they have a good squad.
Yeah.
I think they'll definitely maybe compete for like a bronze,
Okay.
which
I
would be
agree.
good, which is still good. Like, I never understand why people clown athletes for getting silver or bronze at the Olympics. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
So if you get if you finish third in the entire world,
Yeah, that's pretty
like, that's
awesome.
insane.
It's pretty awesome.
So that's something you should be proud of.
Question.
Answer.
Question is, which team out of all the teams have the best chemistry?
We don't know.
Oh, there's one clear answer.
No, you do know.
There is one clear
US.
answer.
I think I have an answer. I want to hear what you guys think. It's
It's USA.
definitely not USA.
Definitely not
Did
USA.
you see the game today?
If
How many turnovers?
If you had watched the France versus Serbia game, you would know that Serbia has the best chemistry in the
Insane.
world. Outright, bro. That team, bro. Jokic is the perfect teammate.
It's amazing to watch.
Bro, it's beautiful basketball.
Like, wow. I can't believe Jokic can just come from the Nuggets play style and just fit right in with Serbia so easily.
The way Jamal struggled against the U.S., like,
Yeah.
Jokic is really the best player in the world.
No, yeah.
Like,
It is
genuinely.
true. That's
Like, it's
amazing to me,
nuts.
though.
I just
All right,
love
we have
how,
to
like,
watch. I have to watch Serbia
yeah,
play USA.
I just love how you and James thought I was just like a glazer, but it actually, like, Jokic is that guy.
He is. I can't lie to you.
He is that guy.
He is.
Because, like, you know, you can just, how can you go from just like playing with, you know, Jamal Murray, KCP, Aaron Gordon to Bogdan Bogdanovic
Right.
and those guys, like, they looked like a well-oiled machine.
No, they
went on-
really did. They
went
look
on
like a championship team in the NBA.
They went on a 19-0 run in the second quarter of that France-Serbia game. It was unreal.
You have to see their passing too. It's just like they know each other so well, and I guess they all grew up with each other and played with each other
Yeah.
growing up, so they understand how to play with each other. I don't
Exactly.
know.
They
It's just
did,
really
yeah.
good.
They all also played under the late Warriors assistant coach, Coach Decky.
Okay,
Yeah.
Big
okay.
for a lot of their development.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of the impact he made. So God rest his soul,
They
obviously.
do look like the best coach team.
They really do.
They
And I
really
think last year, without Jokic in the World Cup, I think they finished fourth. They lost the third place game to Canada.
They're
That was
still
without
good.
Jokic.
Wow,
Jokic isn't even their captain, too.
wow.
Bogey is. But I think we do have the box score. I'm trying to find it from the game.
Amazing.
But yeah, what did you see from France though? I think we definitely saw some size issues from Wemby as far as
Yeah.
trying to body with Jokic.
Yeah, so I definitely saw that in the beginning. Jokic was really attacking Wemby.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought Wemby dominated in the first like 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jokic kind of took over. It's just the refs. A lot of questionable fouls were called.
Yeah.
I actually have the box score in front of me if you
Yeah,
want.
show
You
us.
want to finish your thought
No,
first?
tell us.
So Wemby had 14 and 10 with 3 assists,
How many blocks?
1.
Okay, that's not good.
Remember, these guys are used to playing against him in EuroLeague. So
Right.
The NBA players are not as they're more gullible.
Got you.
So I think next year he's going to get a lot less blocks than he did
Right.
because there won't be Reggie Jackson's not going to try and throw up a floater against him. I think
That's
I
true.
think he knows better now.
But his impact is still insane.
Right. So we had that. Some guy named Gershon Yabusele had.
Good pronunciation.
Thank
He
you.
played for the Celtics.
Yes, he did. He had 12 and 2. Knicks legend Frank Ntilikina had 9 and 3.
No.
Antoine, for those that don't know, Antoine actually has a shrine to Frank Ntilikina. We
A shrine.
he wanted to
is-
he wanted to move it into
diabolical.
he wanted to move it into the studio, but Gio said no.
Yeah.
So
No shrines.
other Knicks legend Evan Fournier had 8 points. That was kind of about it. Rudy Gobert had 3 and 3.
Yeah, Rudy was bad.
Yeah, he can't guard Jokic.
Rudy was really bad.
I don't know why he keeps trying.
Yeah,
It's
Rudy.
a really bad
honestly,
matchup.
really
honestly,
bad.
bless him. Like
Yeah.
good luck.
Did you guys see the picture of Rudy next to Wemby?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see when Wemby went on? He bent
saw
his
that.
knees and he went on. his
And they were
tippy
still
toes.
like the same height.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on his tippy toes, he bends his knees.
Because when Brian Windhorst went over to France before the whole draft,
draft
lottery and
process?
stuff, Wemby is 7'5",
That's crazy.
but the NBA measures him at 7'3". I don't know
weird.
what. Like I don't know. Like what do they do?
We got to talk about that for
They take the
another
shoes
segment.
off?
We got to talk about how
Yeah,
the NBA is like
it has to.
jacked up their
Like
measuring
measurements
system.
are so like
It's
fucked. It's
yeah, it's so off.
unbelievable.
Bronny's definitely 6'2",
Oh, absolutely.
but it's okay.
6'1".
6'1". We'll
Still
call it.
shorter than us,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
Right? What do you consider yourself 6'2" or 6'3"?
I'm 6'2".
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, anyone looks short next to me. I could just give you the extra.
Oh yeah,
if you
pretty
want.
much.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Why not?
That's fair. Just take it. Well, you know what? You could take the inch from him, so he'll be 5'7".
I'm actually a little closer to 5'9".
Is it because of the floofy hair?
I don't know. I think I'm closer to 5'9", but sure.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is going to be like if the three of us are ever on like a picture and like a poster, like it's our full bodies, people might be shocked at like the height disparities between
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
would be kind of
Didn't we post a picture?
the wedding
of-
picture?
The wedding
of the wedding,
picture,
yeah.
yeah. But
Is that up on the
It's
IG?
It's on the pod
It's on
Twitter.
the pod
We can
Twitter.
post it on the pod Insta. If we
Put it on
want.
the IG.
Yeah, put it on the IG. I don't have access to the app, so it's
Alright,
that's
bet.
not
we
We
gotta
good.
got
get the picture. It's
Let's
there.
do
I
that.
didn't think I was that much taller than you.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
You are freaking nature.
I'm a tall drink of water. That's how my mother described me.
A tall drink of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever I'm like really tired, like he's experienced trying to get me up out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
My dad describes me as a wet noodle.
He don't get up for nothing.
I'm not a
Wet
morning person,
noodles,
bro.
You
Insane.
don't
I
get up
can't.
for nothing.
But anyways, back to the
Yeah.
box score. Nikola Jokic, even though he did foul out on those questionable calls, he had 20 and 12.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. Only one assist though.
That's
It's
surprising.
different.
That ball
Jokic, he's a big
movement.
hockey assist guy.
Yes.
So that's the thing.
That's true.
Hockey assists and screen assists and deflections are the three most underrated stats. He dominates in all of them. Him and Steven Adams.
Wow.
Absolute generational. I know you're preparing yourself to root for Jokic when Russ goes to the Nuggets.
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man.
Absolutely.
Like my heart is so ready to root for
He
Jokic.
also had 15 from Bogdanovic.
He played very well.
very well. I thought the Nuggets were actually going to get him.
Ooh,
would've been a great fit.
That would be
Bogdan's very good.
insane. That would
Yeah.
be sneakily
They could do
insane.
it. They could low-key do it.
Yeah.
They had 8 points from Marinkovic, 9 points from Alexa Avramovic. And that was pretty much Vasily Micic from the Hornets. Also had 5 points. He had a really nice pass at one point in the game. It caught me by surprise.
Okay.
So I wanted the Nets to get him last year. But, I mean, the Nets technically did answer my prayers because I wanted a European. We got a European in Dennis Schroeder. So I'm okay with it because I think it's a Europeans league.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
The Knicks have only had one good European.
If you just look, not even just like the MVPs, but look at the top like 5 players in the NBA: Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Wemby at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
Americans got to step it up.
Yeah, we got to.
But look, here's the thing though.
Tatum
America
and Brown are
produces
there.
his beast though.
Right, but team wise, Europe produces beasts. They're just all from different countries.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing. Like
Yeah.
if it was a Europe versus USA,
Ooh,
I
I would love that.
yeah.
We should do that.
That's
That'd be
good for that's good for like the media now.
No,
They
Can
have,
we
to,
actually
they
do
have
that?
to do it soon before
Yo,
they all retire.
we should do a segment like USA's team versus all the best players from
Oh,
Europe.
that'd be awesome.
Matchup.
gotta do the research for all.
That'd be dope.
No, we can list it off the top of our head.
Absolutely.
No, the past European.
No, not all time.
Currently, who would you
Alright.
start? Who would you start right now? Starting lineup
Europe?
for the U.S. We'll put it on the screen. We'll
For
do
the
each
US?
starting lineup. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Starting
just-
lineup for the U.S. and starting lineup for the Europe.
Let
Now,
me just remind myself of who's in there.
do we want to make this like as stacked of a roster as possible? Do we want to make this kind of like a complete starting 5 with like stars and role players?
Oh, I'm just stacking it
Okay,
up.
stack it up completely.
Stack it up.
That's fine.
So let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's quite clear
Okay.
for the most part with some of them.
I got
I
you
think
right now. Ready?
USA, it's point guard is Steph.
Point guard is Steph.
Point guard is Steph.
Okay.
yeah.
Shooting guard is Ant.
Yes. Shooting guard is
Shooting
Ant.
guard is Ant.
Small forward.
forward is LeBron.
Ooh.
that's
This is
where
when it
gets
gets
tough.
interesting.
It's where it gets tough.
I put Tatum at this point.
Okay.
I'm taking
Tatum,
Tatum.
that's fine.
Just
He's-
for
he's
some
in there.
longevity, some youth.
But
you know.
power forward's LeBron then.
Power forward is not Braun.
No.
You KD in there?
I'm putting AD in there.
Oh, okay. Very
I want
fair.
AD and I want
Oh,
Joel
for
Embiid.
big
Just
bodies.
for size. I think US, when it comes to size, I think that's the
struggle.
one thing.
I'm fine with that.
I actually didn't put Embiid in mine. I also didn't put Anthony Edwards in mine either.
I'm fine with his.
That's controversial.
It's very
Who are you
controversial.
putting over Ant?
So I have, I'm stuck between I'm debating with my front court if I either want to do AD and Bam or if I want to do like LeBron or KD and Bam
Right.
or AD, not Bam. But I have Donovan Mitchell over Anthony Edwards.
Wow.
I think right now, I think he's probably still the best shooting guard in the league. I think Ant's right behind him.
No.
But like recency bias will say that it's Ant
They're
because he
both
made it one
good.
round further.
No, bro. All the players are saying Ant's the number one option on the team.
That's because he's there. I think if Donovan Mitchell was on the team, he'd be dominating.
Yeah, but if he's not even on the
I
team.
understand that. But like I said, remember, Ant popped off in the second round for a few games. Donovan Mitchell popped off against the Celtics and then got hurt. Otherwise, I think the Cavs could have won more games.
Cap.
I don't know. I think Ant's clearly the second best shooting guard
Okay.
in the NBA. He's better than
Okay.
Booker for sure.
Yeah, he's
But
better than Booker.
I personally still think Donovan Mitchell's the best shooting guard in the NBA.
That's a crazy take.
It's a
if you ask me.
controversial take.
It is. It is.
I'm a high Spider guy.
Okay.
So,
But
and
here's
then-
the thing, though.
Yeah.
The thing about US is they can throw a variety of different lineups at you.
Exactly.
And
You
when
know
it
what?
comes to Europe, though,
Yeah.
collectively, I mean, they have some stars.
Like if I was putting together a more complete team though,
Okay.
I would play Drew Holiday over Spida or Ant just
Edwards.
for the defensive
Bro.
pressure because Steph moves so well off ball that I think you could have Holiday be the on ball guy. Steph can roam around. He's a pain in the ass to guard.
Are we overrating Drew Holiday?
I wouldn't say
We're talking
overrating.
the best.
Right. I'm talking about a stacked team. He wouldn't be on there. But if we're building a balanced team, he would for sure be there. No?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Edwards can, if he locks in on defense, he can lock
Right.
in.
Yeah. But I would probably say I would go Stephen Curry, Donovan Mitchell,
Got it.
LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo.
Wow, man. That's a crazy lineup.
Look
No
at-
Embiid.
It's still
No
not
Embiid.
a bad.
No Embiid is crazy.
No
Embiid
Embiid.
shouldn't be there.
Embiid neutralizes Jokic.
No.
That's my take.
Does he though?
Yeah.
Have we really seen them play in a meaningful game?
Well, when they play each other, they're pretty much
They
neutralized.
only play in one location. He has
Okay.
bro.
This
and
argument
he doesn't.
again.
He doesn't let Jokic get his lick back. He don't. The last time Embiid played in Denver, Jokic hit a game-winning 3 in his face.
Okay.
So
He did.
that was pre-COVID too.
He did.
That's how long it's been. But what's your world lineup? Your Europe lineup looking?
My
like?
Europe lineup is going to be, of course, it's going to be Jokic at center. It's going
Yeah.
to be Giannis at power forward.
Luka at
and it's
point
going to be
guard. Yeah.
Luka at point guard. But
Shooting
who
guard
else?
and small forward. I think honestly,
No, you move Giannis to small forward, Wemby's power forward.
as good as Wemby is, I don't think he's ready to be over Jokic or Giannis yet. I would
No,
probably
he's in
have
the line.
Wemby as like a 6-man right
I
now.
would, yeah, I would put him as 6-man.
Because you could probably play the 3 bigs, but I just don't think it'll work.
But would you put Luka at the point, or would you move him to
No,
move
you
him up to
have
small
to.
forward? Because
I
there's a
move-
lot of decent
I
point
move-
guards for Europe, right?
Who would you put in?
No.
I don't think there's a better because right now Luka's the best point guard in the NBA.
Yeah, you put Luka at point.
Schroeder.
I think Luka's clearly better.
Well,
you
Luka's
put
definitely
Luka.
better than.
yeah, bro.
Who's shooting
low
guard?
key German Germany Schroeder
That's what I'm
is
saying.
nuts.
Schroeder might start at point guard, but
Right.
No,
Luka
but
at
who said
shooting
shooting
guard?
guard? No.
I
Luka
probably
shoot
wouldn't.
no.
No.
Okay.
I'd probably still put Luka at point guard.
So who do you
I don't know
put
who's
at
that
who do you
shooting
put at
guard.
shooting guard and small forward then?
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
Bogey.
I'd probably put Bogdan.
I like
Yeah,
Bogey.
Bogey's at
Yeah.
shooting guard.
I'm trying to think of like the players from Spain.
Small forward, you could put Paolo.
He's technically U.S. now.
Yeah, he didn't claim his Italian
me.
Right.
birthright.
It's
Yeah.
definitely tough. I'm trying to think of like
That would be a good option though.
No,
It would be a good option.
Paolo's a really good
if we want to
option.
count Paulo, I'd put him in.
Let
but
me see. Where is
I'm
he?
trying to think. Because right now, what's your full U.S. lineup again?
It is Curry. It is Anthony Edwards. It is Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid
Okay.
I would do the same lineup. I would just put LeBron
instead
at
of
power
Tatum.
forward at AD.
Oh, instead of
Yeah.
88.
Yeah. And I went with
But the world has size, bro.
I went with Steph, Spida,
Are
Bron.
we gonna count Canada too in
AD.
the world, or we just?
No, we said Europe.
Just Europe.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about USA.
Mhm.
I think Anthony Davis neutralizes Giannis
Okay.
because in their matchups they pretty much do the same thing. They go at each other.
Right.
And then I also think, like I said before, Embiid neutralizes Jokic.
Yes.
And
Except
then after that,
does he he doesn't neutralize him on the glass though. On the glass, Jokic just ate against Philly.
okay, you could say that.
Yeah.
But still, Joel Embiid is a big body,
It's up
and
for
he's going to
debate.
disrupt Jokic. He moves well as well.
He'll disrupt him. Jokic is clearly the better player.
Yeah.
But he could maybe cause some issues here and there, but I
Yeah.
still think.
And he's also going to go attack him on offense too.
Right.
He's going to wear him out.
They both do the same thing.
Yeah.
Both attack each other.
Yeah.
But I still don't think Embiid don't got that dog in him, bro.
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't want it.
Okay.
He doesn't want it.
But when it comes to point guard, Steph is better than Luka, in my opinion.
Okay, it's fair.
All time.
All time, clearly.
Yeah.
All time.
Right
yes.
now, I still think Luka's
Luka.
better. Yeah.
Okay. Luka gets the best.
Yeah.
But on defense, man, he's a liability.
Absolutely. Steph's not the greatest defender either.
Yeah.
I think he's a better defender, but they're both kind of ass.
True.
So,
Man, it's closer than I thought then.
yeah.
It's going to come down to that Tatum matchup and that Edwards matchup, and then the USA wins.
I don't know. I still think
World
Europe,
wins?
Europe wins.
I mean, yeah.
Europe
okay.
clearly wins.
Yeah, I think it's fairly close.
Because if you got, I just think if you have the, not even just like the chemistry. I just think
Yeah.
the way Jokic plays.
Yeah.
I think lobs to Giannis. If you're lobbing up to Giannis instead of Aaron Gordon, like, could you imagine that? Giannis gets to literally just run and dunk. Wow. And that's all he does, like elite. Just run and dunk. Obviously, he's a great defender too.
I think,
But-
but I also think the way Jokic plays would disrupt Luka's play style.
It might make Luka's play style a lot more ethical. Luka's not on the ball too much. He doesn't have to foul bait.
Right.
That's kind of my thought process with it.
Okay.
I think the main sort of thing. Who would that small forward be?
That's the big question.
That's what's-
and that's where JT is going to go crazy.
Yeah,
Or
that's
LeBron,
fine.
whoever you want to put him in.
Right. Let me look up the Spain roster real quick, because I definitely
Spain
think
didn't have anybody.
they didn't.
No. No, it's not like the
Yeah,
Gasol
Spain
days.
is very mid, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really difficult unless you do play Wemby at the small forward.
No
power
way,
forward,
bro.
Power forward. Giannis is small
Yeah,
forward.
you play. I mean,
Wemby's
Aurora.
power
Huge
forward.
lineup.
Could you imagine? Oh, no. Sorry, we're idiots. Luka Doncic, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Larry Markkinen,
Oh, Finland.
Giannis
I forgot.
Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic.
That's a
there we
huge
go.
No,
team.
Wemby has
7
to
footers
start.
across.
He doesn't have to start.
No, Wemby has to start.
Bro,
Larry Markkanen's
Wemby
better
gets
than Wemby at
bodied
this
by.
Yeah, Laurie could be a small forward. but
Yeah, Larry is a small
So
forward.
Giannis is not better than
Giannis is way better
Come
than
on,
Wemby.
bro.
I agree, but I think you put
You don't
Wemby
have
and
to start-
Jokic at the court.
That's like
Put
saying.
Wemby at the 6, bro.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't
but
have.
still.
Yeah, you don't have to start Wemby just because he's 9 foot tall.
No, but he has to be there.
No,
He does have a
doesn't
big
have to
effect
be
on the.
there.
He does have a big effect on the defense, but still.
Right. I think off the bench, you can close with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like if Giannis' shot's not falling, you easily
Right.
close with Wemby.
Right.
Yeah,
But that's a good ass team.
they both had good.
That's a
teams.
good ass team. Like if the two lineups I went against, I think Steph, Luka kind of cancel each other out as far as that goes. I think Donovan Mitchell's better than Bogdan Bogdanovic, so I think
Yeah.
they have the advantage there.
Oh yeah.
But I genuinely think the front court dominates for Europe.
Wait, so you say Laurie Markkanen
No, the front.
Over-
For me, I think
Jason Tatum?
Well, I don't start Tatum. I think
Oh.
it's him and Bron.
Okay, over Braun?
I think Bron's lost a step a little bit. It's
Okay, then
debatable.
take Braun out of there.
There's really no other good small forward option. I think they're all very similar for the U.S. Whether you put in Bron, Tatum, KD, they're not what they used to be.
Wow.
And Tatum's not at his peak. Well, Tatum's at his peak now, but he's only 19, so it's like I don't know. But
man.
the two bigs for Europe would dominate. Giannis, to me, Giannis and Jokic are better than AD and Bam.
I think their front court easily.
Well, I'm not putting Bam in there.
I still would take Giannis and Jokic over
No,
AD
yeah,
and
you're
Embiid.
they,
I still
their
would.
front court.
If you
beats
take
us.
Bam over Embiid,
I think
there's something going wrong.
our backcourt of Steph and Ant beats theirs,
Yes.
but their front court doesn't.
Their
beat
front court is better.
Their front
And
court. is
I
way
will
better,
acknowledge
yeah.
I
that.
think small forward, it's Tatum over Laurie.
Oh yeah. So for me, three of the starting players are better than the three of the starting players for Europe.
Now,
Right.
the lineups that you get out for USA, are those your starting lineups for the Olympics this year?
Yeah, that's my closing lineup actually.
Which is
So it's the same lineup.
My
you're
closing
starting.
lineup is Curry,
okay.
Anthony Edwards,
Okay.
Jason Tatum.
It's tough.
No, not Jason Tatum. LeBron James for closing.
Okay.
Number 4, Anthony Davis. Number 5,
Joel.
Joel Embiid.
That's the starting lineup in the first game.
That's
too.
my closing lineup.
But
My
that's-
starting lineup is JT instead of Braun.
Okay.
I made a tweet about my closing lineup. I gotta find it. But you can say, Antoine, who you would
Yeah.
close with.
Starting,
Closing.
closing.
Yeah, closing.
Steph, Ant, LeBron, AD.
Derek White. No.
No, Joel and Bam. I would put Joel in there.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I would put Joel if he's not fouled out by then.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna take something back. I'm gonna take out Steph,
And put who?
and I'm putting Tyrese Halliburton for my closing point guard.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Did you watch the game today?
That's an exhibition. I don't know
Still.
about that.
I don't have Halliburton, but I do have Steph in there.
Okay.
I have Drew Holiday in there.
Surprised.
So is it the two?
I have Tatum, LeBron, and AD. I don't like double bigs. I don't like the way they work. They never
Okay.
typically work out well. And I think AD,
I like your lineup.
I trust AD more in the fourth quarter than Embiid.
Okay.
Is that closing lineup?
Closing lineup,
Okay.
yeah.
I like that lineup. But what if you're playing
what are
against
you
like a big
starting?
team? What if you're playing against France?
Playing against France, I mean,
What do you do? You
Look,
keep him out there?
I think I still would, to be honest with you.
So Braun's going up against Rudy?
AD's going up against Rudy because Wemby plays the 4.
So then Braun's going up against Wemby?
I think LeBron could probably.
Ooh.
That's
kinda
he-
win.
that's-
Okay,
that's
okay.
fine for him.
Braun's a tank, so he
Yeah.
can do it.
Who's your starting lineup?
My starting lineup, honestly, I'd almost go the same thing. Maybe you put
Yeah.
in Anthony Edwards
Yeah.
instead of Holiday.
You have to.
I just think the Holiday Curry combo is really key
Yeah.
because Holiday's so much better on ball. Steph moves around,
Right.
creates space better than anyone,
True.
and he could just be a pain in the ass, a pest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But what about the game today? Let's talk about the game today.
yeah, let's talk about it.
So today USA played against Australia.
Australia.
Yep.
And me and Anthony were watching it from halftime and
A little
to the
before
end of the game.
halftime.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
for me, what stood out to me was Josh Giddey, man. He
Oh my
played a
God.
phenomenal game. What do you have? Like
So did
17.
So did Jock Landale.
Yeah, he played very well
Both
too.
of them.
Jock Landale popped
Jock
off.
Landale. Giddy at 18, 8, and 7, I think.
And I would say runner-ups for teams that have best chemistry is so obviously number 1 is Serbia.
Yes.
And number 2 is Australia.
Quite clearly.
The way
Australia
they
played
today,
really well.
They played very well together.
The USA,
Very well.
the USA also did almost blow their lead in the fourth.
Yes,
They had a
bro.
20 they had
It was
like
like
a
a 6-point
25-point
game
lead.
at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who are they playing? I don't remember.
Who?
In the closing fourth. I think, Embiid was...
It was
AD was doing good.
It was AD, Halliburton.
Yeah.
Ant was in there.
Yep.
Ant was there as well.
LeBron was there.
Tatum. No?
Tatum was
Tatum,
there. Yeah.
And Devin Booker.
And Booker. Yes.
That's
Booker
6
played
players.
also.
Well, no, but they were like flipping.
They were
them in and out.
rotating them
Okay.
in. Yeah. Yeah, they were scary. They blew that lead.
Final lines for everyone. Tatum had 7. LeBron had 10. Ant had 14. 12 of them came in the first quarter. And then kind of
He went
disappeared
off,
after
though.
that. Yeah. Embiid had 14. Fake stats.
It's not fixed.
I'm gonna just milk it. Because Gio hates it.
Hateration.
Anthony Davis had 17 and 14. He was the best player on
Yeah,
the floor
he was the
today.
Yeah,
best
he was.
player.
He was the number 1 option today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Devin Booker had 16.
Okay.
Nice.
He's in there.
Dyson Daniels played really well defensively. Had 14
Yes.
points. Jock Landale had 20 and 7. Giddy had 17, 8 and 7.
17 and 7.
Very
Ingles and Patty?
Ingles had nothing. Patty Mills had 5 points on 2 of 8 shooting.
Yikes.
Who else is there? I feel like I'm forgetting a name.
Dante
That's
Exum had 6 points.
Josh Green.
Josh Green had 6 points.
All right. Bench point.
Pretty much what they do on the
And the
Mavericks.
Mavs.
0 points from Matthew Dellavedova.
That's
The
fine.
Curry stopper.
Good old Dellavedova.
No way. They didn't
Legend.
play him? That's crazy.
He played 4 minutes.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
All right.
But yeah, Olympics are soon. So be on the lookout for that. U.S. Serbia as well. We'll definitely cover.
Yes, that will watch. that
Excited.
one.
Very excited.
Any final thoughts?
No.
All right, let's move on. All right, into the final segment. It's time for Shower Thoughts, the segment that just essentially makes us use our brain. We each take turns every week asking a question. It usually gives us some really good dialogue, and I think today's going to be no different. So it's my turn this week. If you guys want to see Gio's amazing question, just go check out last week's episode, which will obviously, every previous episode is linked in each podcast description. So do we have any like guesses on what mine's going to be?
No idea.
Any shots in the dark?
I hope. I mean, I think it's going to relate to something that has to do with worldwide.
Okay. What about you, Anton?
Something global.
I have no idea.
Something global?
I feel like we're running out of questions sometimes.
You'll never run out of questions.
Yeah, I
Essentially.
don't know.
Questions are infinite.
I'm ready for when I reveal the questions. You'd be like, I had a feeling you were going to do that.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But yeah,
He says okay.
he says okay. He knows I'm
He's
right.
like, okay.
All right.
But my question is,
I'm just waiting. I don't know what it is.
you were kind of right,
Yeah?
essentially. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like we touched on worldwide already, though.
right.
No,
it's-
there's
I
a
don't know
lot
what
of
else
things you can talk
worldwide.
about globally.
right. It's
I
not
have no
necessarily. It's not necessarily a global topic, but it's
Okay.
something that is global, and it's
Okay.
about NBA media.
Okay.
And I think the media over the past recent history, like we'll say maybe decade or so, it's been increasingly getting negative. And I feel like as time goes on, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I want to ask you guys the first part of my question. I'll ask the second part later. Is NBA media ruining the NBA? And is it ruining just sports in general? Because I feel like the media plays a massive role with regards to everything, whether it's players, teams, coaches, fans, just family, just anyone. Is the NBA media ruining the league?
I want to start off by saying the word media. I think of social media. I think of
Yeah.
TV news media, right?
Right, yep.
I think of those things, and when I think of those things, it reminds me that social media is ruining culture. This is my opinion, right? And it also reminds me that the TV media is ruining culture as well,
Right.
or people's views on different things. So I do think,
I do want to tie in as well journalists and reporters as well.
Correct.
yeah. All right, so when I think of this question, right, I think of not just sports media. I think of the TV media, news, politics, all that stuff. I also think of social media, what's going on there.
Right.
And I think of how all the different types of medias, they push and promote a certain agenda, right?
Yeah.
And that's based on the people that are in charge in that, specific area, whether it be the journalists or whatever it might be, right? And so that, depending on who's behind it and who's pushing these different views on oh my God, I'm lagging, bro. Unbelievable. All right, I'm back.
No, you're
There you go.
I'm back. All right, so depending on who is pushing those certain views and certain stances on different topics,
Yeah.
that could cause that could either breed corruption or it can breed the opposite.
Right.
And so what we're seeing in sports media is negativity. And this is what people thrive on. People thrive on negativity, whatever type of media it is. Mm-hmm. People just love to be. They don't love when negativity is around them, but they love to see other people going through negativity.
Right.
This is what we thrive on because we like to see, as human beings, this is how our flesh is wired.
Yeah.
We're wired to see how we can do better than another person. So we love to compare ourselves, right? This is just how we're wired. Mm-hmm. And so this is why the sports media, right? This is what we're talking about. This is why sports media is so negative. This is why it's destroying the NBA. That is my stance right now. Anthony, I will pass it off to you. What do you think?
That was a beautiful answer, by the way.
I mean, I studied journalism.
Yeah.
All
Also,
college.
bro, you are freaking
I'm
qualified.
I'm the guy.
Get in your bag.
Let's go.
Wait, does this mean he contributed to the problem?
Yes. Antoine Cavino.
I took so many classes on just news and media, and there's so much just.
Can you share with us like what you learned in a journalism class?
A lot. It's a lot to go through. Everything that I learned from ethics in journalism was all related to politics, which kind of was a talking point for media because everything that happened, the pre-Trump election to now just going into elections in general, and just a lot of stuff that's thrown out that's not real, that the people just make up, And now there is a code of ethics that all journalists must follow. It's called the SPJ Code of Ethics, and there's 4 steps to it. The first one is seek truth and report it. That's always at the top of everything. The second one is, of course, minimizing harm, which is what journalists are doing the opposite now.
Right.
They're not minimizing any harm. They're kind of just throwing the harm out there. I forgot the third and fourth one. Let me pull it up. I should know these by heart.
You really should.
You really are a goat, though,
for
for being a journalist.
I always forget the third and fourth ones. I think the third one starts with B. I think it's be vigilant or be consistent, minimize harm.
I wish the first one. I'll let you finish them first. Before I give my take on
the
it.
third one is acting independently.
Okay.
So
that
it includes avoiding conflicts of interest. And
That doesn't happen.
refusing any gift or favor or special treatment from anybody else. So you got to be your own person, and just lie down.
Unbiased.
And then the fourth one I knew was be accountable and transparent.
Man,
What if you're a beat writer though? You're supposed to be biased.
if you're a what?
A beat writer.
Yes.
Or a beat reporter.
I don't think this applies to
That.
beat writers. I think it's just journalists. And
What was the first one?
seek truth and report it.
That I love.
I love it, but it's too vague.
Okay.
Because people will seek truth, but the way they report it, they interpret it to make
Interesting.
Yeah.
spin it off. Because you know what I think of? I think of last year, right, 2023, when Kendrick Perkins made the whole MVP stuff,
Right.
completely went off the rails about stuff. JJ Redick said it. It's forever ingrained in my head because it really equates to a lot of people on social media that we create narratives that don't exist in reality.
Wow.
And I feel like that's, that one of the codes of ethics is there, but it's too vague because you seek the truth, but they don't report the truth.
Is that a JJ Redick quote right there?
We create narratives
that don't
exist in reality.
Exactly.
JJ's a goat for that.
He nailed that on the
You should add that to the list. There should be 5 code of ethics.
He nailed that on the head. It's when I did reporting in college, when I wrote for our school newspaper, everything, there was nothing that was thrown into fake. Everything that I wrote was real.
Okay.
That I got quotes related wise or stats, everything was real.
Yeah.
Even the stuff that I had to write for classes, same thing, was real based on research. But the stuff that we were being taught was the complete opposite of what
Right.
was going on, but it was happening in reality, in real life, what all the
Right.
news outlets are writing. What's, just the bias there is in journalism and everything else. It's a whole, the list can go on and on and
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But I agree. We touched on social media and how it ruined the NBA, I think last week or the week before, but NBA media itself, this coincides with social media too.
Right.
So yes, I do agree. The media is ruining any sport
Yeah.
to some degree. It's, there is good media. It's out there.
Right.
There's good
What does that look
media.
like?
If I'm being honest, I think good media, is the Pat McAfee show.
Okay.
The Floor Spacer podcast.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Floor
Right.
Space, but we were watching the Pat McAfee show, and I
Right.
love him. I think he's an example of good media.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best representation, but he's
Yeah.
very authentic in what he does.
Okay.
right.
And I think that's what you need. And he also,
Authenticity.
a lot of people don't like Pat for what he does, but he says it how it is, and I think that's how it should be done.
So
And-
truth,
correct.
but does it cause harm?
Accountability.
It can.
It depends on what topic you're
The
talking
truth
about.
sometimes hurts.
Yes,
Right?
but it depends what you're talking about.
Right.
But you have to be authentic
So let
with
me ask.
saying
Can
that.
I ask a question? What's more important of a value when it comes to media and reporting things?
Yeah.
Is truth more important? Truth at all costs, or is making sure it doesn't hurt someone's feelings? What's more important? What is like?
To a-
What's
To a media, the media just wants to get clicks.
okay?
That's all they
Exactly.
care about. Why do you think that ESPN has sort of transitioned away from Sports Center and they've brought on Get Up,
Right.
Every debate
First
show.
Take?
But what about to you though? I want to know about
me,
you.
it
In
really
your ideal world.
To me, it should be a balance because obviously you need to make the headlines, you need to make things look good, but you have to report the truth because if you don't have credibility, then you're just fraudulent.
Right,
If
right.
that's the case, you need to
Yeah.
be credible.
Very true.
Unfortunately, the way we live now, Stephen A. Smith or Kendrick Perkins or Colin Cowherd or whoever, they'll say things that may not be the truth,
Yeah.
but because they have such large platforms that no one's going to bat an eye. Or even
Yeah.
if they, they could blatantly lie on television and they'll fully admit it, but it won't get them in trouble.
Right. Right.
And that's
No.
the kind of thing it is.
So there should be some sort of accountability if the media reports something that's fraudulent.
Yeah. So how that works is that you could lose your credibility from a
Okay.
lot of people. But I don't think with Stephen A. and everything like that would ever happen. They would just
Yeah.
have to retract their statement.
And I think that's the issue
And
with
they go
sports
on
media.
with it.
The one thing I love with social media, the rise of Twitter community notes has been a blessing.
What is Twitter?
Have you ever seen like a post that's been misleading or fake and you see a community note at the bottom, readers have added context, and it will say, if you see like an app like giving false advertising on an ad, the community
Yeah.
notes will say this does
Oh,
not
so you have to
happen in the game.
you have to scroll down to see that.
It's right under the post.
So
okay.
it says if it's
It says
real.
it right there. Yeah, it says if it's
Interesting.
real or not. They'll give you the details regarding everything.
I respect
Okay.
that because you're not completely like taking the post down. You're still allowing people to see it.
I'd rather the post still be up because it
I
makes it
agree.
look like a fucking clown.
I agree.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So
And Twitter is probably the only space where anybody can see anybody they want,
Yeah.
anything they
Twitter's-
want,
yeah.
and it's gotten better
Yeah.
in
Right.
that aspect.
exactly, and that's kind of where it leads into, I guess, my. I'll actually want me to give my take first on the first
I
part.
do. I
before
want
I
to
do
hear
the second
what
part.
you're saying.
Yeah.
It's so does the N. I need to refresh the question for myself. Has the NBA media ruined the NBA? Absolutely, it has. I experienced it firsthand, just being a Nets fan, where when we were just kind of in our dog days, there was really no press, no coverage, no nothing. You get Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and eventually James Harden. Eventually, all the reporters come in. Mainly Nick Friedel, who was hired by ESPN conveniently at that time, was brought here, asked some very interesting questions that definitely, I wouldn't say controversial, they were just straight up rude. And, questions that didn't need to be asked, questions that were very insensitive, that, rubbed people the wrong way. And as soon as we traded KD, Nick Friedel was fired from ESPN not even 3 days later. So it's stuff like that, whether you see people acting like assholes on social media or you see these industry plant reporters just there to cause havoc.
Right.
Like, I understand, when you're in the media, you want negativity, But like at the end of the day, it's just like kind of goes back to what I've been kind of talking about. There's like a human aspect to everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why are you going to make yourself look like a piece of shit just for clicks? And that's why I hate modern media. That's why I can't stand seeing Kendrick Perkins creating all these narratives, or Malika Andrews and Stephen A. just like race baiting the opposite way. It's just like, it's just not healthy for our world.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it trickles down to everyone else because
It's so tough though, because like how can you solve that? I don't see if there's a solution for it, because everyone within the entire industry of media, whether it's social media, sports, whatever, they're all super ambitious and they're all trying to make a name for themselves,
right.
based on the stories that they're reporting.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, who's going to get the most crazy story? Who's going to get the most, like you said, the most clicks?
Yep.
And so when it comes to that, it's like negativity is going to thrive.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. So
And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Like the NBA media has been hating on Jokic, for example, since he got to the league.
Yeah.
They've always tried to downplay or discredit everything he does. And you know, it's the same thing along the lines, like ESPN had a game 7 in the playoffs last year and didn't even care about the team that won. They didn't show any coverage towards them. Like, it's ridiculous when you're that biased. It's just hard to watch, and you just lose your credibility. Like, I love ESPN, but when I see shit like that, it's just like I kind of lose some love for them. I kind of lose some respect. Like, are you that low to basically be Nick's pregame, or essentially be First Take just talking about the Lakers when the NBA Finals are on? Like, it's just sad. It's just I don't understand. But my second question for you guys would be, I'm going to ask another question where you're in the commissioner's shoes. You're Adam Silver. What would you gotta do to combat any of this media negativity? It's definitely a deep one, pause, but like, what would you do? And you can take it through any avenue you want, whether it's reporters, press conferences, social media, TV deals, anything of that nature.
Okay. I have an answer.
I have no idea.
I have somewhat of an answer.
Okay.
I would say that you can't go into this with the mindset of taking down the media as an industry or as a whole. You have to go individual by individual, because that's what makes up the group. So you have to attack it small. You have to start small, right? And so I think maybe there needs to be, I don't know. Does the NBA have any say in what goes on in like ESPN media?
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Their league, like.
Right.
They can do what they want, realistically.
So maybe they could.
They have a partnership with Disney.
Right. And Disney owns ESPN.
Yeah, they own ESPN.
Right. Okay. So I think I'm lagging a little bit.
You're good. It's just a podcast. It'll be fine.
But I think they could. They can enforce more rules, maybe, surrounding that, more boundaries, maybe
punishments.
Punishments that's good. Punishments. I don't know.
They lose their media credentials. That's a big thing.
That is a big thing. That's definitely a punishment. But I don't know. I can't like loosely say things yet until like I really research what's going on, what the NBA can actually do. Like, I can't really say as a commissioner what can I actually do to combat that. I would have to look into that more deeply.
Can I quickly interrupt real quick?
Yes.
I'm not sure how credible this source is.
Okay.
But it's drawing a lot of buzz right now. It says Los Angeles Clippers are waiving former NBA MVP Russell Westbrook and will sign with the Denver Nuggets. Now, I don't know how accurate or how
it is accurate,
credible this source is, but I see it's going a lot around Nuggets and Clippers Twitter right now. Now, there was an athletic report that came out a few weeks ago that maybe hinted at the fact of them moving on. But this could happen. We don't know. But
it is happening. Believe that. Okay?
I mean, I would presume so, considering they got rid of both their point guards for nothing.
Yeah.
Relatively. So
it's happening.
Yeah, I think it could happen. But I'm not sure how credible this source is, but a lot of people are begging that it might be real. And
I'm a Nuggets fan.
You might be a Nuggets fan.
And I'm lagging.
A Nuggets fan that's lagging.
Yep, a lagging Nuggets fan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure all my Nuggets friends will welcome you into the fan base with open arms. That'll be pretty cool. A lot of them have been telling me to just root for the Nuggets, but like I could root for them to win, but I'm a Nets fan at heart.
Right.
Like I will forever. The Nets will always come first to me.
Yeah.
So
Never leave the Nets. Don't
never.
do it.
I've been there through 12 and 70. I've been there through 21
Yeah.
and 61, right?
Yeah.
21 and 61. Yeah. I've been there through 20 and 62. I've been there through trading Kevin Durant and Kyrie
Yeah.
Irving within 3 days of each other.
Sheesh.
So I'm in there for the long haul.
Yes, sir.
So Nets world forever. But back to kind of what you were saying with
Yeah, I mean, my final answer was like, I have to do more research on what the NBA can do.
right. But let's
hard.
Like,
let's
what
say
can they do?
right.
You know?
But let's say you do have power in,
Like,
in
okay.
that sort of sense. What could you do?
Like I'm a dictator. Like
No.
let's say I was a dictator. Okay.
Sure.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was an evil dictator.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. If I was Adam
my
Silver,
pizza's getting cold.
it's getting cold.
My pizza's getting cold.
That sounds like a skill issue, honestly.
Make this quick.
All right, so Anthony, what would you do?
No, make this quick. No, say your point. Make it quick.
Okay. I mean, yeah, punishments, enforce punishments on
That's how a
on
dictator works.
specific. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On specific media members that promote a lot of negativity or just promote stories that aren't fully true or super biased, trying to push their own ambitions and agendas. That's what I would do.
I really think it does come down to Adam Silver. Because if you see an issue, you need to let that network know, and that network needs to hold their reporters accountable.
Yeah.
They need to, if someone says something out of order, they need to be punished.
Yeah.
Whether you just fine them. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone you see on TV makes comfortable money.
Yeah.
And, they basically have free reign to go on and say whatever the fuck they want. And that's just not how it should be.
Right.
At least to me. Because I know a lot of people think it's okay. Now, I do think there needs to be some sort of, there are places where negativity needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're talking about a player that commits a crime, or you're talking about, I think the negativity should only come when it's deserved. I don't think negativity should form along these stupid narratives.
Right.
Start propping up people that deserve it. Don't
Right.
tear down someone else because you want to.
Right.
That's not going to make your guy look any better. It's just going to make the whole situation look like a mess.
Worse. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's kind of my 2 cents. I don't know what you think.
It's so hard because you have to start somewhere where it's detrimentally impacting it negatively with certain reporters or people. Talk shows should definitely. It's hard because you can't really pipe down talk shows with
Right.
negativity.
It's almost you got to just pray they hire people that
Yeah.
want like JJ Redick.
Just quality
The
guys.
only-
Quality
le-
guy.
you know,
Just a guy.
You can talk about negative performances in games that are consistent, but if there's like one really bad performance and they go off, like it's not necessary. There's 82 games in the season. You're gonna have bad performances from players.
Right.
It's normal.
It's life.
But they shouldn't
Yeah.
just completely tarnish, certain things for a certain player. Punishments from media credibility getting taken away, from you losing your job. They got to be held accountable. Like I said, it's part of the code of ethics. It's the fourth thing. You got to be accountable.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're not really minimizing harm at all. They're kind of just throwing that away.
I think they're encouraging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're encouraging
But is that
harm.
helping though?
No.
Is the harm that they're encouraging?
It's helping-
Is it helping the clicks?
It's helping their click.
helping
for sure.
them.
So then,
It's not helping
can't you
anything
make the
else.
argument that the clicks are actually? What was the question again? The original question.
Is NBA media ruining the NBA?
So you can make the argument that it's actually boosting
it's
the
helping.
NBA.
It's helping them, but as far as the scope of the NBA, it's ruining it.
Okay.
Correct.
Right? Because
I would agree with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
because in retrospect, it's just like, why do I even want to watch these shows if they're just gonna shit on someone?
Yeah.
Like,
I barely watch any of the talk shows anymore.
Yeah, well, I would have to say you guys are good people, because there's a lot of people out there that love that negativity. I have to
No.
say.
I think you kind of do.
If
Sometimes I get a little negative.
If
but
there is something like good that I'll watch that's I'll turn on First Take, Get Up here and there, but I'm not glued in every day.
Yeah, like I'll watch it, but like I don't want to watch I don't want to watch them talk about the Lakers when it's the NBA finals.
I'll tell you the time
Right.
that I watched it like every day is when Max was there with
Max
Stephen A.
Kellerman, yeah.
It was funny turning on that show every day.
That's been the problem with ESPN. Look, all the people they've let go and all the people that have gotten promoted, all the people that got let go actually were legit. They cared about the game. They were knowledgeable.
It was so funny
now it's all
Max.
narrative based.
Yeah.
You know, like we just saw Mike Greenberg get demoted for Malika Andrews on NBA Countdown.
That is a major shame, but that's a whole nother
They
conversation.
they dropped him.
He was there last
Countdown.
season. Malika Andrews did this season. Yeah,
Right.
Mike Greenberg never would spin narratives of any sort.
I
That's
love
all
Green-
Malika-
Greenberg.
That's all
Greeny
Malika
has
Andrews does.
been there from the very
Yo,
beginning.
I love Greenberg.
He's like one of their highest paid employees.
Very beginning.
Like, I think he's actually genuinely a good guy.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, he was there with Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
That was 6 a.m. morning. They were the first show on ESPN
Yep.
in the morning.
So it's definitely interesting seeing what's going on with ESPN.
Yeah.
Obviously, same thing with like FS1, all the podcasts and everything
Yeah,
like that.
right.
But for us, we try and stay away from narratives. We'll play around with it every now and then, just because we get bored. But
If it exists.
yeah, but for
But
the
if it
most
doesn't
part,
exist,
right.
for the most part, we're just speaking genuinely from our hearts, from our basketball minds.
Yeah, and also the facts that are going on.
Yeah, and we'll all the three of us won't agree sometimes. You guys won't agree sometimes.
No.
So that's I think sometimes the comment section will maybe teach us something, and
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
kind of the beauty of it. It's
we're-
like a good collaborative effort.
We're not going to agree, but don't like come at us for what we live in a free country.
Yeah.
We all have our opinions on anything, whether it's the color of my lights, the color of my ceilings, whatever the fuck. Give me your opinion. I will take it. But at the end of the day, it's mine. Like my doctor, not doctor, sorry, Dr. Battistoli, who was a professor who I had in college. He now works in the news media. He left during COVID. We love Dr. Battistoli if he's watching. He made a children's book now, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but interesting. But he always said opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one.
Yeah.
I kind of like. There's a quote I had better. There was it was about excuses though. It wasn't about opinions. Like excuses are like assholes. Everyone has them, but they all stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a
it's
good
essentially kind of the same thing. It's like a spin-off. But yeah, I just think the media needs to. I think everyone's better. They're capable of doing better.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not going to change. It's not going to go away. It just takes one person. But unfortunately, that's kind of what it is right now. And that's kind of what, like, if we keep growing the way we're growing, it's going to feel that much better because we're not about that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
We're not about just shitting on people or downplaying or discrediting anything.
Yeah.
Because that's just, if we were in that situation, we wouldn't want anyone talking about us like that.
Yeah.
So,
Unless it's Embiid.
no.
No.
I'm playing.
But yeah, no, it's just about Embiid and that the Nets fleece the Knicks. But yeah, essentially that's kind of that. This was more of a deeper, more complex shower
Loved
thoughts
it.
one.
Loved it. Great
So,
question.
That was a good
Let
one.
us know what you guys think.
It was a really good one.
Interesting. So it's your turn next week, Antoine, for episode 15.
Okay.
So any final thoughts
No, sir.
on this segment?
No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that brings us to the end of episode number 14 of the Floor Spacer podcast. How we feeling?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. I'm hungry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We've been here since about like 1, noon 1.
Yeah, like 12.
Somewhere
30,
around there. But yeah, Gio, you know what time in the episode it is.
Oh, yeah.
For those that are still with the flow of the video, for those of you that are new, Gio will give you a word every week to put in the comments to show who the real ones are out
Yeah.
there. Even though we don't get many comments on the
Yeah,
pod anyway,
it's
we're still
okay.
gonna do it anyway.
We're going to
fine.
keep doing it. It doesn't matter.
So Gio, what is the word today?
The word of the day is waves.
Waves.
Because that's
plural,
what
right?
we're going for.
I thought you were gonna
Yes.
say beard.
Well, that could be
Soon.
next week.
It could be soon. Yeah. So comment waves.
Comment waves. Or
Waves.
do-rag, either one.
Waves.
Waves.
Easier to spell.
Book socks?
Okay. You just made yourself look like an idiot.
We're not gonna tell that story.
One day we'll tell the story.
Yeah. If
But-
it's not a book sock, just for clarification.
Okay, Antoine thinks it's a book sock.
No, it's not a book
But
sock.
yeah, comment waves
Tisk.
in the comments. But Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are new, if you did enjoy today's episode, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new around here, I'm actually going to check right now what we're at subscribers-wise.
I looked like literally a few
We're at
seconds ago.
1568, so we're just over 30 subs away from 1600.
Nice.
One more sub.
One more sub to get us to 1569. Get us there, please.
One more sub.
And yeah,
Crazy work.
make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every single time we upload. Be sure to go follow us on all the social medias at FloorSpacerPod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Be sure to also give us a 5-star rating and a follow on Spotify. Be sure to follow our social media accounts, including Gio's new Twitter. Get him to a mil ASAP. And yeah, I think what's on the docket this week? Anything major besides Summer League and the Olympic prep?
Maybe
and
more
everything?
signings or trades.
More signings and trade. We could potentially
Yeah,
see Lowry
that's all-
Markkinen on the move.
that's all
Russell
now.
Westbrook might be a Denver Nugget.
Yeah, that'll be.
by
Oh,
the
he is
time we
today.
Record.
He already is.
Maybe. Well, he's still a Clipper right now.
He's still a Clipper.
No,
So-
he's a Nugget.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Is there any?
I just came back from the future, so
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could either wind up a genius or an idiot,
yeah.
essentially. But before we send you guys off for the week, any final comments, fun facts, questions, anything random you want to say to the lovely people at home?
Love you guys.
We do love
Yes,
you.
much love.
We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly, and we'll see y'all in episode 15.